Oops, here. Copy. Profile. Pretty sure I posted this, and I'm still losing Twitter followers by the day, which is always a good sign. Hey, there's Solace. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the evening's treating you alright so far. Let's see here. Starting now. Well, that's... hands are off. Try that again. Starting now. Twit. There we go. I'm just getting usual advertising shindig out of the way. But how are things on your side? And I'll just get that out of the way early. We'll keep pre-roll off for a little bit at the very least. But regular ads are at least tied down a little bit more, so shouldn't be popping up as often. Peachy and melted. Sounds about right, unfortunately. Sounds about right. Oh, okay. No, wait. That's bits. Yeah, for some reason, when you gave a gift sub before, it didn't actually register within the Steam Lab system. I'm not 100% sure why it did that, but don't worry, I recognize it at least. So, again, thank you for giving me a sub to my own channel, because I just find it morally weird to do it. Let's see here. I need to get some actual chats in. I'm gonna move you aside, because I'll reuse later. Let's see, where is Breloom the Mighty? I need my thingamajig. Good evening, all. Time to find some spicy Doritos in Wind Waker. Alright, let's see here. Where do I shove this? I'm pretty sure all of that is still right, so we're good there. That's the collab chat. That's a big old nope. Let's see. And here. You made it early for once. That you did, Liz. That you did. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the week's been treating you alright so far, but I do know that it's gotten a wee bit spicy, so I know it's not the best suited to everyone right now. But do what you can, right? Just make sure you're staying cool, try not to completely hurt yourself, and you should be okay. Let's see... Where else do I put this usually? Oh, right. Here. Doot, doot, doot. There we go. I think that's good enough. The ad thing will be over relatively soon, but we may as well just get going. And make sure that things didn't break. Which... most of it hasn't. This part did, though. Thanks for remembering my settings, Dick. Let's see. Aside from literally boiling alive and wishing violence on the lighthouse, gonna try commissioning a PNG tuber thingy? Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Although, why angry at a lighthouse? That's usually just something moths have a problem with. Let's see here. Controller. There we go. I do have a dancing mini-me on the table, don't I? Might have to look up different dances to swap that out occasionally. Alright, let's see here. So what were we doing? We were trying to find all of the spicy Doritos, which means I need to find some other bits. Let's see. Have I actually seen an island like that one yet? That one might actually be it. Let's see here. Where is the actual Triforce one? Oh, the Triforce map actually tells us where everything is. Okay, that's actually helpful. Power bill was less than nice, so just a adult crab. Sounds about right, unfortunately. I think in this day and age we do just kind of have to worry a lot about just what bills we need to stack up on and how much we need to actually worry about them. Delay on that feels a little bit weird today. That should be fine. I'm kind of thankful that I landed a relatively good deal for my apartment, at least. So I don't have to worry about electrical costs or water costs, which admittedly is more a benefit on my end than the people who actually rented the place to me, but oh well. Let's see. So there's something over here then? Not seeing the shiny game. Oh, wait, there it is. And yep. And yeah, admittedly, it was one of the luckier finds that I've had, but that is also compounded. God damn it. Go. It is also compounded by the fact that I can't really leave here anymore because the cost of renting in this town has shot up about $500 a month, so I can't really leave anymore. So if any problems pop up, I'm fucked. Pop. Let's see here. Need to get rid of that one last guy. Where are you at? There you are. Hello. Sir, are you confused? An obvious point, renting is admittedly a little bit of a scam. I won't deny that. But it just kind of worked out in my favor. So things, yeah. Whoops, shit. Oh, that's not gonna work. Also, Arcanite's button, Solace, just so that way you can get out of the way. And not all bad. Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. Right, that's the Three Houses Dynasty Warriors one. We'll be here in 2 days and you're hyped. Okay. Well, I know that most Dynasty Warriors games are made well, and it's generally the same idea, which is why I tend to like them. But I know that it rubs people the wrong way now that they're getting popular again. Which I'm not 100% certain on how to feel about that. Right here? There we go. Kind of wish that the guide light would not just disappear when you get close to it. That would make finding the Doritos a little bit harder. There we go. There's our block of cheese. Cool. Another one bites of dust. Let's see here. Then I've got 2 more over this way. Let them play the Samurai Warriors games, that'll convert them. Fair point, fair point. Samurai Warriors does have a little bit more to it. But have we gotten a Samurai Warriors game in a while? Like a dedicated Samurai Warriors game? Because I distinctly recall we haven't really seen one since, like, the 360. Unless I'm just missing one. And they re-released one on PC. So I could be completely wrong about that. That we have not. The last one we got was Orochi Warriors, or Samurai Warriors 2 on the PS4, and that one was kind of ass. Oh, I hope that one didn't dig its own grave then. You always gotta hate it when a company just kind of accidentally makes a sequel and it's so boring that it kills the franchise. Which is a valid concern for Koei Tecmo at the very least. They are good at what they do, but some people just don't necessarily like the fact that they're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe the audience just got fed up with what they were doing. Not seeing anything here. There is a fish. Well, Mr. I don't know if I put that there. Mr. Fishy. Here you go, Mr. Fishy. You want to give us something? I do know at the very least that I have a few of the Dynasty Warriors games, mostly the PS2 ones, just because I've half skipped a generation. Oh, I've gotten this one before. Whoops, I didn't want to do this. Shite. I didn't want to do this. Okay. Who can say if you're going in for just gameplay, then yeah, you're gonna get bored real fast. The story, however, tends to be good. True. That's not a good start to my archery career in this game. Come on, Jude, you can at least hit a fish. Apparently I cannot hit a fish. Okay. I'm just gonna stick to science. Oh, there we go. Catch you once. Up. Now let's see. You're actually a lot closer than I'm thinking, so I was just releasing way too early. There we go. Load the aimbot. God, I wish I could load the aimbot for stuff like this. That would make my life a hell of a lot easier, and admittedly part of the reason I'm not exactly playing shooters. Oh wow, I actually got him in the fins both of the times on that. I'm sorry, dude. What's the deal, Fry? You can only hit me 4 times? Oh well, it's a man to do. Here's your 40 rupees. Go on, take them. Doing it again, feel free to scatter some bait. Okay. So apparently that's not what I was supposed to do. Incredible chart. There's supposedly one in this block, I guess is what I'm supposed to be thinking. There's not one in this specific island, but there's one in this block. And unless I missed opening up a chart... Don't seem to have a Triforce chart 4 that I'm thinking on it. And I need 3 pieces still. Which would be... 3... Oh wait, duh. If it's just a Triforce piece on this island, then it's going to be that... It's going to be that island. I just didn't have a thing... I'm very used to just needing to dig things up. Duh. Try again, Jude. Pay attention to context clues. Oh no, it's this house. Shit. This could be a problem. Because this one might take us a bit. Hello. I'm invading your vacation home. I need the piece of cheese that you're storing here, please and thank you. And I'm fairly certain I can't get in unless I do something specific. Although... there is this hint to crawl under. Whoops. Put it away. May I sneak into her house? Is that a valid tactic, considering he's just a small boy in a small world? Or I guess a small boy in a large world, rather. The Link in most incarnations tends to be relatively small, except for, like, Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess when he's an adult. I kind of want to say the Skyward Sword one's a twink still, but I think Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time at least makes him a bit of a twunk. Need to beat Ganon's ass in Fortnite. We don't play. Oh no, but we won't play... But he won't play us until we bring the Dorito of Courage. That honestly sounds about right, to be completely honest with you, Liz. Hello. This cabana belongs to the master and the master alone. Shit. I think I need something to put here and here. I might need to talk to the fish again? Oh wait, no. Hold up. I can hookshot now. Items. Here. Hookshot. I can get to this tree now, can't I? Yeah. And then that gives us this chest here. Yes, thank you for your Doritos, Solace. We'll have to make sure to not get our hands too greasy when we go to play Fortnite with Fuck. When we go play Fortnite with Ganon. Also, from what I recall, isn't Fortnite having a collab with Shonen Jump again? Actually, is that a hole by chance? Oh, get out of there. I'm pretty sure Fortnite's having another collab with them, just so that way they can get a Itachi, Orochimaru, and a couple other characters in the game now. So that way you can have other characters that Nicki Minaj can just stranglehold. Which, I mean, good on her. It's a good crossover, so I can't exactly fault them. But... God, what am I supposed to do with this house? Miss Marie's Cabana, property of Windfall Island's lovely teacher. Visitors not welcome, the management. Alright, well I guess going to Windfall is probably a good idea. Also a good idea to go talk with Mr. Fish, because he usually tells you what's important about the island. Which I skipped last time because I was expecting us to not have this island before. Let's see here. Mr. Fishy, where are you? Looking for you hopping out the water. Let's see. For all the memes and ragging on Fortnite, it is the one and only game where you can say Naruto killed me with a shotgun for it to be true. I mean, you can probably say that in a lot of fan fiction as well, so I mean... While Fortnite is at least revolutionary in making it a reality to video record without needing the use of SFM or some other animation program... Oh, actually, yeah, they are just kind of answering people's questions at this rate, aren't they? Not a bad thing, I guess. Mr. Fishy... Why can I not see you? Hello, seagulls. Why can I not see the fish? Oh, there he is. I'm coming. Sneaky little bugger. Trying to hide on me in the waves. Hi, can you tell me what I need to do here? Eesh. Alright, so let's actually read what he has to say this time. Because I know you need basically 2 keys to unlock the door, but I just don't remember to get them. Hey, small fry. You only make a premium brand of the stuff, such as Life. You want to hear the info of the island again? Have you heard of the golden set of triumphant forks? It's right there, I tell you. The article genuine in that house. If you want it, you better go in there and scour the place from floor to ceiling. And that's all the info I got for you. Okay, so... Basically... We just need to get in there, and the only hint we have is to go to Windfall Island to see the teacher? Where is Windfall? Outset, Dragon Roost, there it is. Let's see, where is the flying one? There we go, that's a bit better. You know, one thing I'm a little bit curious will happen at some point? Is that I'm kind of curious if Among Us will ever be in Fortnite. Because it's a mildly cursed idea to have the crewmate as a playable option, but he does have hands, and he does have a hitbox. So I'd imagine it would work out relatively well. They're gonna give her a ton of joy pendants. Monster bag. Well, I've got 31 joy pendants, so I hope that's enough. Oh, get up there. Oh, Miss Teacher, I don't know who you are, but I'm coming for you. Hello. Please admit that I'm looking fine. Why, looking this fine would have won me the Miss Windfall crown back then. I'm still looking better than the younger girls, I know. Yeah, you believe that, ma'am. I'm not gonna stop you. Let's see. Don't believe you're a teacher. Don't believe either of you were teachers. You almost looked like my sister for a second, but taller. Hi. Can't just stand there. Can't you move? Back to my old habits. Welcome. This is the Windfalls Outdoor Shop, chock full of fun and happy products. Okay. Ma'am, we are a child? Exactly. She wants us to pay attention to her and make sure that she is, you know, appreciated for her visage and looks, but not quite. Also, aren't you the teacher? You know something? When you stand here, you see a lot of different people pass by. It's a brand new outfit. I just wish someone would notice it. Hi, snot-nosed kids. What's up? You stink? Yeah, I mean, I've been at the ocean the entire time. Anyways, hi, leader of the pack. You're obviously the leader, because you have a hat. Just because you're older, I don't think it makes you tough. Sir, I have a sword and a gigantic hammer I could crush you with. The hell are you trying to say? Let's see. This is the photography shop, which I guess I could sneak into now, technically, because I've got the leaf. Where is the school, though? You're probably not the school, but it's worth checking. Ow. Oh, this is Kersploosh. They're kids that don't care. Exactly, exactly. This is just me trying to put some faith in humanity, thinking that the kids would necessarily care about this kid who's had to go on a world-raiding quest. Nah, he just stinks. He's new. There's no part of him that actually needs to be here. Out of curiosity, if I'm wrong. Keep pedaling? Nobody? Not you, not anyone? Wait, trying to tell me that you do understand how I feel? Jesus, Link, we were just talking about how the kids couldn't care. Dude. Want to take a pictograph of the first perfectly round pale thing you can think of and show me? Pictograph of the first perfectly round pale thing. You show me something that's exactly the same as my favorite thing, then you win, and I'll acknowledge that you understand the inner workings of my heart and mind. Okay, so we need to take a picture of something. So it needs to be round, and it needs to be pale. I want to say it's the pig, but I'm not 100% certain on that. So why do you stick out like a sore thumb? Oh, it's you, little boy who promises big promises and then fails to deliver on them. Too bad you couldn't save my daughter. Fortunately, not everyone in this world fails to deliver. As it turns out, my dear Mia was saved by a group of kind pirates. The pirates had a leader, Tetra, I believe she said her name was. I was most grateful. She did demand a rather hefty reward, though. Thanks to them, my fortune has vanished. We've hit rock bottom. But my little Mia is alive and home safe where she belongs, so I can't complain. A daughter is more important than money. Alright, well you enjoy the humble life, sir. Shouldn't have to care about your riches that much. Let's see. There's some kids, and there's a piggy. Pictograph. Whoops. Pictograph. Let's see if I can get in on this. Crawl up to the piggy. Now, can I do this from a crouched position? No. Let's see here. How Instagram-worthy can I make this pig? Oh, I don't want a picture of the butt. Come on. Let me see that pretty peeper. That works. Alright, let's see if we're right and she likes pigs. Because I'm having a hard time thinking of other round, pale things. I'd imagine a snowman of some kind, but... Hello. Oh, perfectly round. Crap, that's actually a bit different. Well, I mean... I got a pig. That's pale. If you don't show me a zoomed-in pictograph of my favorite thing, I can't be certain you know how I feel. Okay, so it's not a pig. This lady has certain other tastes. So it does require to be a perfect circle, but pale. What in this universe is perfectly round, but pale? I don't think there's anyone's face like that. Bombs definitely don't count. Because those are not pale, those are black. The snot from a child is not round, it's more of a tear shape. Also, the teacher's door has a joy pendant on it. I should probably actually keep looking for that, shouldn't I? Instead of being sidled by random side quests that I'm not sure if I'll ever want to do in the first place. Want a hint? Yes, please, because I'm realizing that she probably doesn't necessarily matter for this specific quest. And unless she's, you know, gay for this specific teacher with a spherical head, I don't think I'm going to find it super easily with my memory. The moon? Okay. That's easy enough, at least. Da-da-da-da-da. I guess she is a wandering, tortured soul that shops at Hot Topic, isn't she? That makes sense. Alright, let's see here. Passing. Which one's passing? Let's see how far away I am from the full moon. Not sure why I didn't think of the moon. That's like the easiest thing you can do for a puzzle. Let's see here. Where's my time-based map? No, not this. Ghost ship chart. Oh, does the ghost ship chart not tell us what phase of the moon we're on anymore? Because I finished the puzzle already? That's horseshit. Okay, so we're on... Let's see. About as far away as possible. Okay. Just gotta do this a few times, so don't mind Link just traveling through time here. He's just traveling at 1 second per second, but they're making it at least nicer for us that we don't have to necessarily go along with him. So there we go. That should be slightly a bit more filled. Yeah, that's the halfway mark. Bop. I think we just gotta do this 2 more times or so. Then we're good. And I'm glad a song like this just exists, otherwise this would take us like an hour just to wait for a full moon night. There we go. Also, please make sure you're taking care of yourselves all. Admittedly, I'm starting to now, and I know it can be a little bit troublesome with this heat, because that tends to destroy a few people in various ways, unfortunately. But as long as you're able to at least keep up with it, then you should be good. Let's see here. There it is. Moon. X. Need to go up, and then zoom. Too soon. Too much zoom. We at least need the full thing in frame. There we go. I got a picture of orb. I'll deal with the heat better if I just stop eating for a month. Yeah, I mean, getting thinner will help, which is admittedly something I kind of desperately needed to work on. The best way I can necessarily put it is that back when a human side of things existed, I used to be about 6'1" and 130 pounds. So it's safe to say I was skinny, to some degree. Or this human was skinny, rather, to some degree. Now I'm about the same height and closer to 300, so... It doesn't make me look fat, but it's not healthy, so I need to fix that. Up. Oh, right, I have to do it this way. Moon. There we go. Let's show her a picture of Plusagi. What's pale about this? Nothing. I said something perfectly round and pale. Do I need the colored camera for this? Well, shit. So you can show her a picture of the moon, but you need a color picture of a white object for her to accept the goddamn quest. Oh, that was the wrong button combination. Whoops. Good game design. That sounds like it was added in the HD collection, because I don't remember the color camera even being in the GameCube game. Let's see here. Photo... Oh, there it is. I think? No, I don't want to sidle. I just want to... Eek. Yes, be angry. Be angry at various designs. This looks like a school. Hello. School of Joy. I don't think I've seen your face around here before. Yes. What can I do for you this fine day? I need to talk. I know I may look a bit flashy for one teacher, but I assure you I am one. How long's it been since I opened a school here on Windfall Island? 20 years or so? Ever since then I've been teaching the children of this island about true joy. But I do have a rather joyless problem. There's this delinquent gang of 4 young boys who never listen to a word I say. But to go in a southern drawl there, I can't do a fucking southern drawl. Even though I wait patiently for these boys to show up, they never come. It's as if they don't want joy in their hearts. Could you please catch the leader, that little boy named Ivan, and talk some sense into him for me? Please, young man, for me? Yes, ma'am. Oh, thank you so much. You're such a dear. Oh, they're such troublesome little boys. I'm at my wit's end over how to handle them. But they won't be so mean to a boy their own age, will they? I should think not. They will. Ma'am, I don't think you understand how school works. Let's see here. Alright, let's go catch the kid in the hat. We kind of talked with him before, but I'm assuming they want us to do something a little bit more extreme for this. Hi. I need to talk with you. Yeah. Yo, bud, you got a problem with us killer bees, huh, do ya? And don't tell me it's that annoying hag of a teacher again, is it? Hey, you came here to give us a talking to because Miss Marie asked you to, right? That tell us not to skip school, right, bud? Tell us not to be tardy, right, bud? Well, forget about it. We're all mighty invincible gang of 4, the killer bees. Don't you think we'd listen to a chump like you? But I'll tell you what, buds, if you want to challenge us to a competition, we'll be thinking about listening a little bit. I flubbed that so hard. God, it's hard doing that fast. Hey, what do you say, bud? Do you want to do a challenge? Or do you want to challenge us? Yeah, sure, let's go for it. I've got a sword. I can fight all of you. Okay, it's your funerals, bud. But the rules are simple. We're gonna hide somewhere. If you can find us, we're gonna run. You gotta try and catch us. Easy as that, bud. Won't hide indoors or nothing. We won't leave the island. So just look for us around the shadows and buildings behind stuff. If you catch all 4 of us, we lose. You got it, bud? Ready? Go! Alrighty, hide and seek time with the kids. May as well get the hat kid out of the way first, and at least this is timed. It can't be that easy, can it? Let's see. That little scamp. He actually duped me. Okay. That's not gonna work. Alright, let's see here. So they're still gonna be on the island at least. Look for people in shadows. I'd imagine that some of them are in bushes. Oh, those are the pigs. Don't gotta worry about the piggies. Not right now, at least. Nothing there. Honestly, this would have been a good hiding spot, too. Kind of remind you about the fact that the king actually brought you here before. And trees. True. Yeah, I probably should be checking in the trees. Those dastardly little oh. How the fuck did he get up there? Dude. Well, I guess that's a good way to dupe me. How do I get to that? Do I just yell at him from here? Shit. Can I swear yet? It's only been half an hour. YouTube VOD would be demonetized if I actually had that, I guess. Roll. Oh, yeah. Duh, I can just shake it. Hey, kid, get out of the tree. Oh. Can I smack it with a hammer? Will that bring the kid out? No. Okay. Well, may as well just bring the hammer with me. It's a good luck charm anyways, right? As long as I stop doing that. Brain, please. That's not how Link works. You need to do this. There you go. I actually need to go... Brain, please. For the love of all that is holes, please just go on the platform. Thank you. Bonk. Alright, so I sees... Yes. Okay. Link, my boy. I get that the Wand of Gamelon exists, and you're sad that you're not in it. But we need to come to a compromise here. Let's see. Mildly okay. Admittedly, I just kept jumping off of an edge. I'm going to blame it on the delay, but it's probably just my brain short-circuiting from the heat. Let's see here. Can I poke him in the butt? Hey. No? Okay, that doesn't work. Can I shoot arrows at the kid? No, he's invincible. Okay. So this is just like Skyward Sword. What about the boomerang? That's non-lethal. Nope. Grappling hook? Can I take his hat? No, I can't take his hat either. So rolling into the tree won't knock him out. I can see him. I guess I have to just leaf over there, don't I? Don't have a ton of magic, which is kind of the problem. Also, hi, sir. Hopefully your day is going well. When you roll into the trunk, you gotta crash into it. See, that's what I was trying to do, but it's not letting me do that. Okay, it does it now. For fuck's... Okay. You know what? Fine. I tried it like 5 times and just didn't work. So sure. No, stop talking to me. Hey, kid. I mean, I see ya, but... Gotcha. Yarg, you got me. Yep, go suck a dick. Go to the plaza. Alright, one down. Now just gotta find the others. They're not gonna hide inside buildings, so they still gotta worry about that. Let's see. You're a kid, but you're not the kid I'm looking for. Let's see. Wait, no, you're the person who wants to just be famous. You're fine. Let's see. Where, oh where would children like to hide in this town? Probably just in weird places. Yeah, so we'll take a look from above, right? Now let's see here. Up. Let's see. You've concluded that none of them are in the grove. Would they be at the top of the lighthouse, actually? That would work relatively well for kids who don't have magic tools. Let's see. Damn. Okay. That's a no. On this bridge... That's a negative. I think that's the man who's supposed to be there. And I guess I probably should keep an eye on the trees, just in case any more of them need to be kicked out of them. Well, let's see here. Up. Hello? Youngins. This is unfortunately a minor problem with me. Oh, wait. No, it's just a pot. I was kind of hyper-focusing on this one, so I kind of don't remember where any of the other ones ran off to. Hello, sir. Let's see. What about behind here? No. Up. Alright, thank you, Liz. I will poke you if I'm really just not sure where to look. I feel like it should be relatively obvious, but... Oh wait, behind that building. I haven't checked there yet. That's a pot. Okay, nope. Let's see here. Can I sidle? We'll just take a look over here. Oh, and I actually need to press my Arcanite's button, too. Up. I can kind of do that while I'm sidling, at least, so... There we go. Oh, yeah, there's one. Hello. And of course he can just jump over that. That isn't jumpable, my dude. I can't even jump over that. Oh. Hey, buddy. Where are you going? Damn it! Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. And you're going near people I have to talk to, so I can't even roll spam. Is that really how they designed this? Also, am I just naturally faster than them? Possibly. Oh, come on. There we go. Bye-bye. Yeah. Cool. So 2 down. I'm going to assume not all 4 of them are over here, so... behind the grave, maybe? That's kind of disrespectful, but I could see it. Dude. This guy's dancing for his dead girlfriend. Hi. Maybe get out of there? The man's love of dance needs to be respected. Also, I'm not sure how he didn't just break his legs from that. I can understand Link doing that, but that's just a child from a random village. Sir, what is your problem? Come on. Gotcha. Alright, so there's 3. Now I just need to find the blue-haired girl. At least I'm assuming they're a girl. Let's see. So we've got there, and there. Where else haven't we looked? I guess we haven't checked the windmill yet, have we? But does that count as being, like, inside a building, is my question. Because you have to get into a building to get up there in the first place. At least I'm fairly certain you do. But it is kind of the only place I haven't checked yet. It's at least still within the law. Oh. Hi. Found you. Alright, let's see. And this is a very populated part of the town, meaning that I can't really roll spam as well as I would like. There we go. Got it, yeah. You're awesome. Cool. Problem solved. Would you like to listen to your teacher now that I've tackled all of you? I can't believe you found all 4 of us, and you caught us all too. Talk about utter defeat. It looks like we lost a touch, killer bees. I guess maybe it's time we chilled out. From now on, we won't cause no more troubles for anyone's. And reward you for your hide-and-seeking skills. Here, take this, bud. Why the hell do they have a piece of heart? Kids. What the hell did you do to the last person who came by here? Oh, hey, look, a bot. Man. Those have been slowly trickling around. Let's see here. An extra heart piece and full heal, too. That never hurts. They got stung by the killer bees. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, and one more thing. So we need you to apologize to Miss Marie for us, alright? Counting on you, bud. Alright, sure, dude. We'll go. Oh, you're gonna follow? Alright, Miss Marie. I scolded them for you by tackling them like a rugby game. Think they'll come to class now. What can I do for you this fine day? Oh, you did it, didn't you? Oh, you said something to those delinquents for me, didn't you, dear? You can't fool me. I may as well just put the pink on during this, right? You can't fool me. I watched it all from the shadow of my door. You really are a dear. You filled me with joy. I have to reward you, so here's a little spare change. Okay, yeah, purple's not too bad. Oh, and one more thing, dear. Don't tell anyone, dear. What can I do for you? Still need to talk. When it comes to children, my eyes never deceive me. Oh, thank you for the head pats, Liz. When it comes to children, my eyes never deceive me. Someday, dear, you will grow up to be a fine young man, and your name will be written down in history. That's what I think, dear. Is that it? Well, shit. That's her cabana. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it does show her a joy pendant. That would make sense. Oh. Really? Yeah, I guess nothing. Okay, yeah, let's go talk with the kids then. And thank you, Solace, for adding the band terminology for her. Hey, sounds like you apologized to teach for us. Good old Miss Marie. And speaking of buds, did you know it's going to be Miss Marie's birthday soon? Oh, boss, do you think maybe we should give her some kind of present or something? Don't be stupids. We're the killer bees. We ain't no Teach's pets. Yeah, but Teach loves jewelry and junk more than anything else in the world. What's she into these days? What'd she call them? Joy pendants? Hey, really? Where'd you find them? They just lying around? If we could just find some and give them to Teach as a present, and she'll be all happy. Hey, now. Hey, now's a thinks about it. When I was climbing trees the other day, I saw some sparkly light up on top of a tree in town. Where was that? Maybe that's one of the pendants? What do you think, boss? No, that's crazy talk. So there's just one in the top of a tree? That's not very descript, but I guess they just want me to roll my head into every tree in town to get a free joy pendant? Oh, go back. There we go. I guess this is just like, if you somehow don't have any joy pendants yet, this is probably just a caveat for like, oh, okay, you don't have any yet? Why don't we just give you one? We'll be nice. I want to say it's over there, though, in the bomb house tree. Pop. There we go. Oh, it flutters, too. Nice. You got yourselves a joy pendant, so you can keep it in your spoils bag. These pendants instead flock to those who spreads joy like butterflies to nectar-filled blossoms. Hey, yo, buds, looks like you found yourselves a joy pendant. Solid work. A solid work. Don't really need the S on solid work, do you? Actually, got to admit, we hid that thing up in the tree. Thought you might find it. Hey, listen up. It's gonna be Miss Marie's birthday soon. We're thinking of giving her a present, so it's a good thing that we finally got our hands on that thing. Yeah, but we can't just go on... I don't think I can go high enough for a female voice anymore. I tried it, but my voice conditioning for that's really shot. But we can't go around giving presents to people. No way, that just doesn't fit the Killer Bee style. Come on, Spuds, can't you give it to Teach for us, can't yous? It's not like we could just ask anyone to do it for us, neither. It's gonna be someone reliable, who can keep a secret. You're the only one who can ask, bud. Alright, later, you little rapscallions, for loving your teacher. You could honestly just give her a necklace as a present, but... sure, we'll do that. And I'll have to work on my, Jersey accent at some points. Because I can't really do the Joey voice, but I think the Joey voice is probably the best thing for training the stereotypical version of that accent at the very least, so... Or at least, actually no, Joey from just regular content. You could technically do the abridged series too, but I think Joey and just the English dub also has just a accent for that. Yeah, the Brooklyn accent. Fair. Hi. The kids wanted to give you this. Oh, my dear, that's a joy pendant. Yeah, we're doing lady. Tell you the no, not getting that voice in this. Tell you the truth, I love jewelry above all else. Well, it's a good thing she cares about the kids then. And why, that's an extremely rare and hard to come by. It's the hottest thing around, dear. Oh, my, yes, I'll happily take a single one from you. No, I insist, only one. Tell you the truth, I'd like to actually have about 20 of them, but that would probably only happen in the wildest of dreams. You know, I've been a teacher here for a long time, and it's tough to put one past me. That being said, I'm pretty sure I know who put you up to this, dear. Those little sweeties, I'm so joyful. It's the best birthday present I could ask for. I suppose I have to thank you. Just close your eyes, dear. Oh, we got another 20 bucks for helping the kids out, so that's cool. And if you see those boys again, tell them I said hello. I mean, you could also just bring them to class, ma'am. Talk to me. Pendants? And why not? It's not like I can't afford it. Why, I have so much cash I can afford my own Oasis Cabana. But I happen to be after a very particular kind of jewelry. Yeah, the joy pendants, which you just told us about. Well, I've got 30, so does that fill your quota? My dear, did you bring me the joy pendants yet again? How many joy pendants do you have right now? 31? Why, to think a child like you would pay such a large tribute to me. Oh, and your teacher's very impressed by your efforts, little dear. My whole body is numb with the thrill of excitement. So this is what pure joy feels like. I'll take precisely 20 of them. Thank you, that will do just fine. My heart will be all aflutter. I don't know if you know, but 20 is my lucky number. And just as I promised, I'll reward you for going out and collecting all these for me. I'm going to give you a wonderful, splendid thing. Close your eyes, dear. Oh, nice, she just gave us the house. Okay. I guess we just have our own vacation house now for bringing this lady a bunch of necklaces we picked off the floor. Okay, I'm fine with that. Da-da-da-da. You see, although I am but a mere teacher, I own my very own cabana in a tropical oasis down south. But lately, I haven't made use of it at all, so you can have it. Oh, it's all right, dear. You can stop gaping in amazement now. Now that you have this deed, that cabana is all yours. You own it, so whatever you do, just don't lose the piece of paper. I'm getting on in age, and sea travel hasn't exactly agreed with me as of late. Now I can just stay here and relax as I continue my work with the children. And just so you know, you find the place southeast of here. It's on a tiny, lonely little island near the Triangle Islands. And from now on, it'll be your own little bachelor plaid. Bachelor plaid. Where the hell did plaid come out from, Jude? It'll be your own little bachelor pad. Good luck finding it. Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell anyone, dear. Alright, ma'am. That's fine. I'll take my bachelor pad. I'll make sure to set up a beanbag chair and a lava lamp, and I will eat all the Doritos I find in your house. Thank you. Let's see. Who needs the Dorito of courage? We have a house? Exactly. Now we own property. That means we can flip that house, resell it, and we will have so many rupees. We will be the scourge of the housing market. And then that poor sucker who buys that house is just going to be stuck figuring out what the hell he needs to do to actually traverse back and forth from that thing to any of the major populated islands in this entire sea. Alright, well, we need to go back to that island, so... Which one was it again? I think it's... That's Bomb Island. Where's the Triforce one? So I need to go here. Okay. So... Down, right, left, up. I need to go roughly here. Let's see, that's another caster token. That's not helpful. I guess with the chip farming, I'll kind of just, for Arknights at least, just to get the thought out of my head, I guess I'll just have to do a bit more individual daily farming from now on, instead of just having the event basically just feed me the map that I want to farm for. But I might just start downturning it to E2ing one character at a time instead of having the full list. Having the full list is helpful for like when events and crap turn up, so that way if I can get free stuff, then, you know, Bob's your uncle, but at least when it comes down to it from now on, it'll probably be a little bit pick and choosy, which is partly why I've been grinding the guard map. Yeah, the guard map, because I wanted to get Surtur up. I figured she'd just be helpful. Hey there, Mr. Fish. I own this house now, thank you. Let's see here. I guess get out here. Good job, Link. You're now a homeowner. Let's inspect your property. And I think, as well, with the last hours of the event at least, I've been grinding the Ranger Caster one, because I want to see if I can get Schwartz up as well. Hello, sir. I now own this property. Owning units that can be useful will serve you in the long run rather than whatever else is in that list. Yeah. Well, the list is literally just every single operator I have, which is about 130 of them now. Don't touch me with those filthy hands, you mischievous little scamp. Ahem, this cabana belongs to the master, and the master alone. You grimy, trespassing little scoundrel. Away with you, I say. Away. Oh, do I have to... I do. Okay. Hi, sir. I own this now. Ew! Unclean, most foul. Don't lay those grungy hands. Wait, that's... Wait, shocked face. There we go. There's shocked face. That's... Why, that's the... Are you the new master? Are you Master Jude? Ah, I'm so pleased to hear that name. Master Jude. Please be gentle on this fine door. I vote we put the door in the wood chipper. I don't necessarily mind the concept, but it is definitely weird that he's like engraved on both sides of the door. That's a little bit sus, I'll be honest with you. Let's see. So we've got very expensive china on the walls. Wait. Oh. Hold on. Hammer? Can I not? I can use that in here, though. Nice! All of the money! Oh. Missed a couple. Although, probably a good idea if I could just get that down here. Up! Most of the money is at least coming down. And hey there, Nano. Welcome, welcome. Yep, we just got a home and some money. How are things on your side? Let's see. Also those. The boomerang's probably better here. Can I use that in here? Can't even use the boomerang. What about the hook shot? Really? The grappling hook is really the only thing you're gonna let me use in here. Okay. Just became an electrician and fixed my outage? Oh. Oh no, Nano. Well, congrats on fixing the outage at the very least, but I'm afraid to ask, what exactly was the problem? Pop. Oh nice, everything fell on the ground this time. Cool, that works. Nope, get out. Congrats on not being fried banana. Yeah, not being fried banana definitely helps at the end of the day. Power was out just in just my room. Oh, I'm so sorry. Also, I hate this. I have to solve a slide puzzle to make the snot-nosed kid. In a limited number of moves, I'm guessing. Oh, well, it should be fine. Well, in that case, it was a clear explanation of the game. Indeed, I would. Hey there, Non. Welcome, welcome. Actually got Non and Nano in around the same time. Aside from the power outage, how are things on your side, Nano? And how are you doing tonight, Non? Hopefully you've been enjoying the week and you haven't had to worry about melting too much at the very least. Oh, and Master, please bear in mind that this game is for amusement only. If you're successful, I can offer you as my reward as money. Do you remember that? Oh. Oh. Okay, so it's not move limited. Can I do slide puzzles at all? That is a very good question, and I believe the answer is no. Yeah, no. Let's see, pretty good. Preparing to do my homework and my brainstorming stage. Okay, not too bad. Well, hopefully the homework goes well for you, Nano. I'm assuming you have some... Is it animation work? Oh wait, is that why I need the grappling hook? Yeah, that's why I need the grappling hook. Okay. What? Yoink. Let go. Hey, the Genity. Or Jen. Welcome, welcome. Solace and Non. Yeah, Solace at least gets his own little command for that. I'm sorry, you have to deal with the slide puzzle. Oh, I'm not even going to bother with the slide puzzle. Slide puzzle is mildly pointless by my recognition at the very least. So we're just going to leave that alone and deal with the rats. Hey, nice, we hit it. It's for storyboarding class. Okay. I didn't think you'd have a class specific to storyboarding, but honestly not a bad thing in total. Anything fancy you need to do with that storyboard class, or is it just kind of a things exist, so do what you can with it? Let's see. Nope. Oh, you're attacking me through the wall. Okay, that's not a huge problem. Let's see here. So, we've got a sewer maze. Going to assume I need to do some trickery. So... yeah. If my channel was more of a cat-based channel, I'd at least have something for you, but oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope, put it away. There we go. We had a cool lecture for storyboarding in a film. Ooh, very nice. I know that storyboarding in general is just kind of a... not quite an info dump, but it is one of the more enjoyable aspects of it, because you're just at the animatic stage, and it just makes things very handy in film class. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Also, thank you for all the money. And the magic, too. I actually need some of that. I haven't obviously taken much in terms of informational studies myself. Most of my studies were basically just in numbers and number crunching. But I wanted to take art classes, at least as, like, electives. That would have been nice. Also, I'm assuming I need to go for the sound cue. Pop. Well, hello. That's a few things. Okay, thank you for all the money. And then 3 environmental shots for the final. Ooh, okay. Well, hopefully that goes well for you, Nano. I know you've been doing a lot of more surrealist animations with Pebble and the like, so I'm sure just getting some environments in shouldn't be too hard for you at the very least. And I say surrealist in the nicest way possible, obviously. A ladder. Hello. How are you doing? Ah, that's why we need the ladder. Hammer time. Smack. Actually, that's what you're bad at? Really? Environmental stuff? That's what seems to be good for you, though. Or at the very least, like, the bus situation that you had with Pebble falling out of the sky I thought was pretty cool. But if it's something you're bad at, then I wish you luck. Wait. This is the wrong way. I need to go this way. At least I think I do. Bop. Well, that didn't take super long. Put away stuff. Alright, let's see here. Not liking the sound of monsters nearby. That's a little bit disconcerting. And I guess I need to keep an eye out for any trapped floors, because I know those are a thing. Little chest, you're not going to have anything important in you. Yeah, $100. $100 is nothing to scoff at. Well, I'm proficient at characters in perspective, not environments in perspective. Though they use the same method. Yeah. Well, I can't really give much advice for you, unfortunately, just because when I think of environments in perspective, I think of tying a string to, like, a pin, and then moving the pin around until I have the 3-point axis to make things work for me. So, that's about as much as I know about environments in perspective. But I'm wishing you luck, at the very least. And I'm assuming you can't quite get away with a pink void with a bus in it, then. Because I would count that as an environment, technically. Oh, I actually got the ladder already. Okay, I'll take that. Just draw cute girls for a living? True. Can't argue with the logic, at least. Cute girls tends to make things relatively well, and Nano does have a talent for that. Your dream job, definitely. If you could just draw cute girls for life and make money, I think that's most artists' dream jobs. That open both? No, just open that one. Okay, let's see. Where do you go? You go... back to the entrance. Okay. You went backwards? Yeah, I kind of figured I went backwards. I'm assuming I need to go down one of these pits. Like this one. There we go. Goodbye, Mr. Redead. Or is this just a trap room in general? Some money. There we go. Now you're dead. Now I don't have to worry about all the goddamn noise from the monsters being spawned. Up. To the left. Ma'am, why are there bodies under your house? I mean, she's a teacher. She's filled with joy. I mean, that never brings up a question, right? Just because you're happy doesn't mean people died. And thank you for the pie, Holger. Also, welcome, welcome. Hopefully these summer nights have been treating you well so far. Oh, you actually had a thing. I was not expecting that from a rat, to be completely honest with you. Hey, the Holger. Welcome, welcome. And I'm never 100% certain, because you've got the... Ooh, nice. Found it. There we go. It's hard to tell sometimes, just because you've got the no audio thing on your icon for the channel. So I always wonder if you can hear me or not, but hopefully things are going well. Aside from getting super hot, because yeah, it unfortunately is. I know I kind of went out for a walk today, just because I figured that would be the best thing to do. But that was not the best idea, because it's still fucking hot out. Oh, nice. Bonk. I remember watching a serial killer iceberg, and one of the dudes straight up said, "Oh, the dungeon with the bodies? Yeah, that was there when I moved in." Figure the teacher's a similar story. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Because I can't imagine a pink-haired teacher just killing people. It's not like there's a very, very good example of a pink-haired student doing the same. Let's see here. Actually, Monica didn't have pink hair. Natsuki had pink hair. There's a distinct difference there, Jude. There we go. Dorito piece found. And if you yell loud enough, he'll hear you. I can imagine, yeah. Pink hair with pronouns equals piles of bodies. I could... Actually, yeah, a lot of yandere characters have pink hair, don't they? And I'm thinking about it. Because I know there was one anime from a while back where the concept seemed innocent enough that it was just a girl protecting a small child, but it was a yandere situation where she was basically just murdering everyone who came close to the small child. which I think turned into something a bit worse, but I don't remember the name of the show / comic. Yeah, the girl from Mirai Nikki in Future Diaries. Yeah, that's one of them at the very least. That's one that's relatively easy to remember, because that one gets memed on a lot. There we go. Alright, let's see here. One more Dorito piece to go. At least it should be one. It's one, but it's long. Or I'm missing something I'm a little bit afraid of. Map. Then I need to go to the east. Probably to that thing over there. There we go. I guess there is also Elfin Lead, isn't there? Because she's technically a pink-haired girl who murders everyone because they killed her friends / puppy. So that's another decently good example of just a pink-haired yandere. What other ones are there, though? Because Elfin Lead is the inspiration for... Well, she's not the inspiration of, but... Elfin Lead makes me think a lot of Rose Montes. For the Arknights people, at the very least. Oh. Crap, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. That is a shark. Come on. Hi. Okay, good. The boomerang is enough to kill him. I'll take that. Oh god, Elfin Lead, such a bad anime. It is a bad anime, I won't fault that, but it's bad in a funny-ish kind of way. Let's see. Nope, it's there. Turn around. You can see where you might pick that up. Yeah, I think the Rose Montes to Elfin Lead character reflection makes a relatively good amount of sense. If only because of the fact that, like, it's a girl who is scientifically and genetically tested on to have 4 invisible hands to do stuff with. Elfin Lead had the sickest AMVs, that's all I know about the show. Oh, there we go. Hey, nice, I didn't even have to put it on screen. Cool, that makes sense. And I watched a multi-hour video about Elfin Lead the other day. It's not inherently a bad thing. Welcome, welcome, Morbital. Hopefully the night's going well for you so far. I know Elfin Lead is just kind of a good example of something you can do. If you could do it better, then I would probably recommend doing so. But it's at least a good example of something you can do with a show. Also, what is this all about? The Kappa rising up through the Triforce. I mean, it makes sense, though. The Triforce is basically just a MacGuffin at the end of the day. So Twitch will just immediately be, oh, hey, it's the MacGuffin. It solves the thing. Good job on solving the thing, hero. So does anyone complain about Zelda losing her tan and sass? No, I don't think anyone actively has complained about it, at least. It does kind of suck, because I think Zelda would look better with the tan in this one, but the Kappa Force. I could see that, in all honesty. Also, what the hell is this? Up here. Why does this look like a child's playground for the Kokori? Let's see. Ah. Okay. I'll take that. You will complain? Well, I'm not gonna stop you, Jen. I'm definitely not gonna stop you. I think just most of us don't... I really can't climb up that? I don't think anyone has a strong enough opinion for it, I guess. Bop. Bop, 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 bop. Holger may have been the one who gave you the sub. Yeah. A few of the gift subs have been flying around from time to time. So it's hard to tell exactly who's getting them from who. You can go away. Let's see here. How do I get to that child? Bop. Bop. Goodbye. Now, do you spawn into a regular flower? Yeah, I was thinking that. There we go. Stick the landing. You don't got no money for that? And I wonder where you did get it from, because I remember Jen's being a gift sub from someone. It may have been from Cap'n when they gifted the subs a while back. Fuck me. That was also the wrong button. Oh, wait. Yeah, if you just go to, like, your Twitch homepage, you should have your notification area, which should tell you who ended up giving you the sub. My guess is Captain, just because whenever they tend to hop in here, they usually gift, like, 20 subs. But... okay, yeah, Captain. Makes sense. You'll have to thank Captain next time they come by, but I know that they have just a fairly busy work life, so they're not always able to really make it to the streams. Let's see here. Yeah, I wish I could gift subs, but I'm not able to currently. No worries there, Holger. No worries there. Admittedly, trying to get enough money to gift subs can be troublesome, at the very least, just because I know that... I'm glad I actually caught that. Just having the money to gift out $5 a month to just someone can be a little bit tricky. But one day, maybe. Once you get a well-paying enough job for it. There. Here. Ah, there's more stuff in there. In this economy? I mean, I'm not going to fault that. Eventually you'll be able to do it, but it's not going to be anything that happens anytime soon. There we go. Open the chest up quietly. All that for a joy pendant? Really? Cool. Alright, now let's do the actual problem. Do-do-do. Get into flower. I'll do it. It'll take time, but damned if I don't. One day, Holger. One day I'll get on the train of being able to gift subs to people. I guess the fire arrows are probably better for this, aren't they? Alright, let's see here. Do I have any way of getting up higher? Looking like a no. Okay, that's fine. And welcome, welcome, Aiden. Hopefully the evening is going well for you so far. We're just kind of wandering around a little bit because I admittedly just kind of wasn't paying attention to what the King of Red Lions said once we got the last piece of the Triforce, but... oh, it's just a way out. Okay, that's fair. Guess we need to do that. I guess the place we should be able to go to is the... Land Before Time. That's it, because now we can get through the wall and actually just get stuff done there. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing, at least. But we at least got the Spicy Dorito quest done. That's what matters the most. Also, hello, random chest. What do you got in you? Alright, not a huge concern. Hey, King. Oh. Hi. Let's see here. I guess not much else to do here, except if you have the water for this guy. Which, not the worst thing in the world, but not what I feel like doing. Mr. King of Red Lions, there you are. Hey, buddy. There we go. Going for a little bit dips, never a bad thing. Alright, let's see here. Where is that island at? That's a couple squares to the northwest. So, I mean, we can leave it there for a bit. It'll give me time to just kind of stretch a little bit anyways. Ow. Ow. Sometimes I just need to readjust the neck. It's unfortunately a little bit too broken in the first place. Lurking again? Alright, all good there, Nano. As long as your work's getting done, that is what matters the most. I got a gift sub to... do I watch this person? I don't know if I... oh no, we've raided them once. Okay. Noto, you rattling banana. Nano's unfortunately got some work to do, just because Nano is admittedly a little bit busy as a full-time student, but there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just gotta make those dollars. That should probably be that. Okay. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Yeah, hard-working banana. Sometimes you just gotta believe in the hard-working banana, and they'll be able to get everything done for you. Which admittedly is a good life lesson, actually, because bananas are weirdly efficient at a lot of things. I also should learn how to make banana bread someday. That would be nice. That's actually a very good snack, and I'm not sure if it's super unhealthy for you. There we go. How are people, or English, I can't fucking talk. How do people feel about banana bread is what I've been trying to say. It's super unhealthy for you? Is banana bread unhealthy for you? Well done, Jude. You must show the Triforce pieces. But it is super tasty. That is kind of the idea. Like, it's just tasty. And you think it's healthy because there's bananas in it. It's basically cake. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's a bit of a shame. Maybe one day I'll figure out how to make it. That'd probably work out pretty well. Zucchini bread is unhealthy too, but I also like that. I don't think I've had a chance to try zucchini bread before. I'm guessing zucchini bread has a little bit of a greenish tinge to it, right? Because I know bananas don't do much, but you do see the seeds or just some extra little flakes in banana bread, which is usually how you indicate it, as well as it's a little darker, admittedly. But I haven't actually seen zucchini bread, so I'm not sure if it just gets darker with maybe a little bit more of an earthy coloration to it. Oh, this is different. There are trees here now. What'd you do with the place, guys? Doo-doo-doo. Oh, you do see bits of zucchini? Okay. Well, it doesn't sound like something... Oh, hey there, Jen.
Jenny gifted a tier 1 sub to Morbital Velocity.
Thank you very much, Jen, for gifting... Oh, that's not good. They destroyed the hero statue. That's a bit of a problem. But thank you, Jen, for gifting a sub to Morbital. Hopefully, Morbital, you enjoy being shoved in the freezer and you enjoy the extra emotes for the month. Do you have a few? That was just a delay in complete reaction. That implies that something's alive in here. Right? Or do I need to go down there? Oh, that's not good. This is where Zelda was being held. That's a problem. Oh, Jesus, Jen.
Merchanity gifted a tier 1 sub to Hulkware_. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Jen, for gifting one to Holger as well. Thank you, Miss Jen, to hold gifting. That's not good. Yeah, that was admittedly a slight slip of the tongue. But thank you very much, Jen. Very much appreciated the extra love to the freezer. And I guess that, yeah, that does give Holger 4 months in there. Make sure you're checking yourself for frostbite, Holger. I don't know how well humans actually do in this thing. Do you think you'd be safe inside the castle? Foolish. Now that my power's been restored, there's no safe haven for you. That's all Bezos is getting out of me. Nothing wrong with that. Admittedly, the one slight problem with Twitch is just the fact that we gotta deal with Bezos in the first place. Ooh, those are 2 very fancy dark nuts. Hello, Mr. Nuts. How are you doing today? Bop. Bop. There we go. There's the head. Nope. Bop. Ow. Fire. Fire bad. Let's see here. And that got rid of his arm pads? And how did that work? You know what? That's fine. I'm just built different, as in small, compact, and dumb. So what you're saying is that you're a bite, then? Nope, that's not gonna work. Aw, damn it. Oh, that actually worked. Huh. Does that actually just work? Can I just jump attack them the entire time? Okay, no I can't. That's fine. Not quite a Frosty yet. Not yet, at the very least. Maybe in a little bit more time. Ow. That was bad timing. Hello, sir. Would you and your... Right, I can't block that properly, can I? Oh, I can block that. Okay. Good to know. Nice. Oh, come on. Let me hit his armor off. That's all I want to do. Oh, is he dead? Nice. We got one of them. Hello, sir. I also should probably look at this. Can I... why did you just catch fire? What? Oh, you can steal that off him. Also, why is he catching fire by me hookshotting him? Sir, are you okay? Whenever he blocks it, he seems to catch fire. Is this a glitch? Because I don't think that should be happening. I might need to look into that, because that's weird. Huh. Yeah, we just killed him by setting him on fire. Okay. The metal is sparking. That's true, but like, the sparking shouldn't make him catch fire. Spark doesn't immediately set you on fire unless you're covered in oil. And I get that those were two very buff dudes, but I don't think they just came from the bodybuilding competition, Jen. Darknet's our doggo. I guess there is fur. Yeah. But I guess fur can be that lightable, can't it? That is a dark thought, actually. I should not be thinking that. Hey, electric fence is gone. Nice. On we go. We've got ourselves a Zelda to find. And a wall to say the regular middle finger to instead of the glitch middle finger to. Thanks, Jen. Now I own the power. You do, in fact, hold the power, Holger. Oh. Okay, maybe I can't get past the barrier yet? Ah, right. I need the sword to do it. I'm surprised that wasn't just a context clue. That's fine, though. Pop. And goodbye, glass barrier. We are no longer in a ship of Theseus. Save the pirate princess girlfriend? Yeah, for this one specifically, at the very least, you do have a pirate girlfriend, Holger. It's honestly quite nice. Hello. You can go away. Aren't you a lovely little boy? Oh. Please? Okay, I need to lead the shot. That's fine. No, gyro. Please. Please. There we go. Find Death Mountain in the skybox? In the skybox? Oh, over there? I'm assuming that's Death Mountain, at least. That looks like the taller of the mountains. And is she strong? Totally not obvious thirst for power. She's not quite muscle-bound, no. She has a crew filled with muscle-bound boys, but she herself is not muscle-bound. She's just her usual kind of like chibi-styled humanoid elf creature. Whether she's in princess garb or her pirate garb. Tetra's spunky. Yeah, Tetra is quite spunky. I think that's a relatively good description for her. Well, she does live a pirate's life, right? When you're living the pirate life, as One Piece has told me, is fuck the authorities and just have fun. So, I think Tetra's life, in general, is just kind of what you aspire to. There we go. You can go away. You can go away. Oh, that works too. Hi. Thank you. You want to play Pirate Girl D&D character now? I mean, that's a good build. Swashbuckler. I need to fix my English chip at some point. I keep saying that like every single stream, but I still keep making mistakes. Or I keep making mistakes. Maybe if I force myself to read a really long visual novel, I'll just be able to figure out how English works again. That might train a little bit better than whatever the mechanic seems to be. No. Hi, sir. No. Sir, you're not allowed to do that. I can't poke you. And I need this to cut the grass. There we go. Up. Do vocal exercises before streams. Technically, I could do that, but I don't think doing vocal exercises is necessarily going to fix up my flubbing of talking properly. It might be, but then make sure to read one with a good localization, or you'll get worse. Fair, actually. Up. I don't exactly like fighting you on the stairs. There we go, that works. English goes one of two ways, the correct way and then the British way. Oh, I hate how right that sounds, to be honest. Ted Woolsey's Jude. Or Ted Woolseyed Jude. I'm afraid to ask what the context of Woolseyed is. Or at least Ted Woolsey. Just gonna chuck that. Bow. You can take that. Or not. Really? I guess it's a hookshot then? Okay, yeah, makes sense. Wolves uses Phoenix's old localizer. Okay. That doesn't sound fun. There we go. There we go. Overkill. Made the silly lines like Casca's son of a submariner. Submariner? Son of a submariner just sounds technically right, but not necessarily something a villain would say. Usually speaking, a Final Fantasy villain especially would probably just say you son of a bitch, but son of a submariner? That seems a little bit weird. And why Frog spoke Shakespearean English in Chrono Trigger. Oh boy, don't even remember Chrono Trigger, to be honest with you. Actually, Chrono Trigger is SNES, isn't it? I wonder if that's actually with the SNES collection on Switch yet. Ow. Be frog. Exactly. It is Wednesday after all, so you need to make sure they are at least being a little bit frog. Just out of curiosity. Chrono Trigger's on the eShop with a better localization? Okay. I guess that makes sense. They don't necessarily want you to just be completely get away scot-free with having that game. Considering it's probably a game that everyone wants alongside Mother 3 and probably a few others from the SNES era. Oh, nice, another joy pendant. Thank you. And Wednesday, my dudes. Remember the radical phrasing of it's Wednesday, my dudes. Oh. Where is that one coming from? Can I kill that first, by chance? Oh, jeez, that goes a ways. What? Where the hell can you spawn? Okay. Oh, there we go. Really? There we go. It's the Steam port, and it's quality port with extra content ties into Chrono Cross? Okay. And considering Chrono Cross got a remaster as well, that probably is just helpful at this rate. Come on, hit it. There we go. Bye-bye. Alright, so hammer, leaf. Oh, actually, this isn't hammer, this is boots. Boots. Quote-unquote remaster. Yeah, that's true, admittedly. This is still Squeenix we're talking about. They aren't exactly the masters of the re-ing, are they? There we go. Give me all of that stuff, please, and thank you. And I guess this is just if you scrub. And if you look on Steam, Chrono Cross got mixed reviews. Chrono Cross does get mixed reviews, normally, to be honest with you. But I know of a lot of people who do just like it in the first place. Because I think a lot of people wanted, basically, Chrono Trigger 2, but Chrono Cross is definitely not that. Chrono Cross is not Chrono Trigger 2? Okay, I don't know what the hell happened with that jump, but sure. Oh, the mage is back, really? Don't like that. No, not the leaf. Not the leaf. Wouldn't it be better if I just fought him from over there? Nope. Yeah, instead they got a different game that was ham-fisted in a sequelish game. Yeah. That's kind of the slight downside with that one, isn't it? Hi there. Oh, come on. Here we go. Let's see. Like it performs like dog water across all consoles and PC? Really? I can't believe they flubbed a port that hard, to be completely honest with you. They're usually a little bit better with it. Boots. Do 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 do. I'm just gonna keep go. Oh, that's why I'm blind. Okay, we'll take that. Do you guys have magic? Got health. Okay. Oh. I should have done something bigger. Okay. You got a fairy. That's not helpful. Arrows are not exactly helpful either. There we go. Give me that. Oh, hi. Nope. There we go. Yeah, I get it was weird back then, but the port was... If the port was good, it would be at least mostly positive. That is unfortunately true. I hate to say it. I want to say that it's a combination of just a rough port and just people kind of just wanting Chrono Trigger more, but I guess I could be wrong on that front. But I guess if the port is bad, that's kind of expected. Alright, so those drag you down. So you need to be high enough for it to not kill you. I'm getting the point of this now. Whop. But everyone says it performs worse than I did in school. Oh, that's not a good sign then, is it? Oops. That's a bit of a whiff. Alright, try it again. So I guess note to self then, don't necessarily worry about Chrono Cross yet, unless they fix the just bugginess of the port. Oh, that doesn't actually get you high enough. Interesting. What about from here? Not enough? Ah, no, you just gotta go through the center. Okay, that works. Hi guys. You good? And thank you very much for the alert, Garfield. You can come here. Would I roll there? I unfortunately didn't see it, Sin, so you're gonna have to roll again. Also, thank you for the joint realignment, Jen. And welcome, by the way, Sin. Hopefully the night's treating you well so far. Ow. We're kind of just here in Ganon's tower at the moment, and I'm trying to remember what you're supposed to do, to be completely honest with you. Up. I guess I need to get to the top of that, so... Here. This doesn't get you high enough for that, does it? No, that doesn't get you high enough. I need to go from the other one. Okay. So, release. Soar. To you. Yeah. Thank you, Sin, for the quack and the lurk. Hopefully you're able to get done whatever you need to get done. Oh no, I can't even get on top of that. Well, that's a bit of a problem now, ain't it? I'm also not having enough magic for this now, so... Actually, Grandma's Soup. Grandma's Soup gives you magic. There we go. Thank you, Grandma's Soup. We need that. Alright, let's see here. So, you, sir... I need to do that. I need to do this. And then I just gotta hope I do this right. I think. Oh, no. Whoops. I'm a crash. Have a good end credits. I'm not sure if we'll hit end credits today, actually. Is Ganon's Tower really the last thing we're gonna have to worry about? Either way, have a good sleep, Jen. And thank you again for the gift subs. It's always nice to have a few extra bodies in the freezer. There we go. This is the last thing, huh? I didn't quite think we'd be finishing Wind Waker this early. Oh. I guess the hookshot, actually. Hookshot's better. Boomerang and bow, I guess? It's one hell of a sentence, few extra bodies in the freezer. I try to add some dark humor into my stream, so I do try to slide it in every now and again. So it's normal, at least for my end. There we go. Let's see here. Admittedly, how big's the freezer? Well, it's big enough to fit at least like 10 humans in there, so I'd say it's at least a decent size. Hi there. One down. Oh, no. Get out. Get out. There we go. Goodbye to you. Nope, can't get you either. That's fine. I'm just gonna grab this tongue. Or not. Haven't gotten that close before. Okay, that's fine. Only does damage. I just need him to come out again. Oh. No. You can go away. Up. Come on. There we go. Whoops. I guess in other news, though, now that we're just busy with a boss fight that I don't really need to focus that hard on, I did acquire a little bit of technology recently, just to help out with a couple of things. It will technically help out with stream, in a way, because it'll give me the ability to kind of show a human's heart rate on stream going forward. But it is also a combination piece, so it'll let me track sleep and stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of a bit where I try to take better care of myself, which is kind of something I need to do. But it is nice, though, to at least be able to get it on sale. Because it's a little bit of an expensive piece. Yeah, going forward, that'll be a thing I'll have to worry about. So if I seem a little bit tired, it's because I'm trying to just kind of work out a bit more, for lack of better phrasing. Up. Oh, nice. Actually got that. Nope, you can go out. Hey there, Shin. Welcome with a quack. Hopefully the net's going alright for you, demon buddy. How are you not done yet? How goes shell-stated adventure? Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with that. The shell-stated adventure is going pretty well so far, Shin. We're kind of just in Ganon's Tower at the moment, so we're apparently close to done. I just gotta get through a few bosses first with my accumulated technology, and we should be good. How are things on your side, though? You can go away. There we go. I will take that health. Please? Thank you. There we go. Things are good. Busy work week, which is always good. Not necessarily a problem with that, Shin. Sometimes it's kind of just nice to not have to worry too much about being bored at work. I think that ends up being one of the worst problems in life. Where you're just kind of sitting there at work trying to get stuff done, Just so that way it seems like you're busy. Money, I'll take that. Let's see here. I mean, you can go with Hyo as well, Shin. I think that's a valid, just amount of enthusiasm. Well, I run my own business, so no work equals no money. Okay, that's honestly fair. Ooh, redeads. Hi. Oh, right. That also doesn't help. Shit. Well, that didn't work. Bad. Let go of me. There we go. But the big perk is I make my own hours. Also true. So there's a bit of a take, or a bit of give and take there. But, wow. Hello, voice crack. I haven't had one of you in a while. At the very least, it's nice just so that you don't have to worry about things too much until, you know, you just stop getting business. Let's see. That's a no. Oh, there's a wisp in there. Hello. Can I target you with anything? Probably not that. Did that really not hit him? That's just rude. Alright, fine. I'll bring other stuff onto the table. There we go. Happens every year in January and February. So you're a seasonal kind of business in the first place. So something you probably should do then is just get your hands on some snowblowers just to make up for those missing months. No work because people are out of budget. Okay. That's fair. Yeah, admittedly having January, February be your downtime just because people don't have the money for it is probably fair. Ooh, magic. Nice, I need that. Then... Oh. Hello. Much better. Cool, we made it to that long tunnel. And now we've got some light. Okay, what does this button do? It opens stairs for us? Okay. Weird. That's a no. That's a no. Yeah, tax season is March and April, so people make new budgets then. Enough about boring business things. Yeah, that's fair. Admittedly, sometimes you just... Damn it. Oh, the black ones, right. F it. Damn it, almost made it. Oh, crap, I need to do this. Well, that was an error. Okay, I'm going. Gonna take that. Yeah. There we go. There's two at least. There we go. You're done. I can't do that without the hammer. And... Damn it. Oh. Okay. That's mean, but you know what? Sure. So. Mirror. That gets you. I guess that's enough. Pop. Now, out of curiosity, if this is timed, can I just run for it now? Or do you... I guess you have to kill the enemies. That's kind of... Oh. Well, aren't you being a jerk? Hi, I need you to come into a light range, please and thank you. So can you come over, like, here? I don't have a vacuum for you. Hi. Come over here. And I got you little squishy boys behind me. You know what? If you guys will actually follow me, then I'll probably take that, but... Let's see. I guess this is really just the only problem with the fact that Link can reflect light, but he can't make light. This makes it a little bit difficult with stuff like this. Oh, thank you for the water, Holger. I'll grab that in a second. I just need these slimes to actually follow me into a range where I can actually shine light on them. Which I guess now I can do, because these slimes are slow. Mm. Come on, buddy. Almost there. Just a little more. Maybe come over here. Up. Let's see. Hey, nice, that actually got him. Pop. Oh boy, drinking challenge? Admittedly, this is honestly a question I've been wanting to bring up at some point. One thing I should mention out of the gate, just kind of breaking character for a second, I have an oddly high alcohol tolerance, so we could just do a drinking challenge where I'm drinking vodka for X reason. It's like, we can do that if people want me to do it. It's gonna take a while to do anything, but, like, we can try it. I'm just not sure, like, what kind of challenge that would even work for, and I'm pretty sure it's not allowed on Twitch anyways. But even if this was in character, you're a robot, maybe against Toss, yeah, I'm pretty sure drinking challenges are against Toss nowadays, but you can be drunk on stream, but I don't think they like you getting money for being drunk on stream. Yeah. Good. Got the good old parts of the British genetics, I see. No, the Irish genetics, actually. Don't think the British was definitely necessarily what gave me my alcohol tolerance. And in Star Trek, it was great to see Data, an android, drink a Klingon under the table. Oh, that works out pretty well. Data is just a good character. Just overall, they had so much fun with him. Oh. There we go. Hey, buddy. Get over here. There we go. Stupid ghost. Oh. Oh, I needed one of the black slimes to press the switch permanently. Oh. I'm dumb. I just murdered all of my ammunition for that. Oops. Okay. Let's reset the room. I didn't even think about that. I wasn't paying attention to how the stairs worked. Actually. Counterpoint. Yoink. Give me that. Maybe we don't have to reset the room. Should be fine there. Let's see here. Then we just do... Perfect. Don't need stone slugs. We can just make it up there with pot. Whoops. Ah, crap. I got one more. What does the switch do? I'm guessing same thing? I think so. It's kind of hard to see. You didn't think until you did. I mean, I'm a VTuber, right? I'm not allowed to think. We all share one collective brain cell, and when considering how many VTubers stream nowadays, it's kind of hard to necessarily get access to that one brain cell for the entire point, right? Shite. Please tell me I didn't break both pots. Don't need stone slugs, we can just make it up there with pot. No, that is exactly what I said, Chin. That is 100% exactly what I said. And hey there, Jason. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the evening's treating you well so far. And one of your favorite Zeldas? Well, you came in at a good time, because apparently we're in Ganon's Tower now, so we should be finishing the game shortly. But how are things on your side so far? A nice table? Thank you. I put it together myself. And pop. There we go. Ow. Let's see here. Can I just do this? Ronco Labs. Ronco Labs is all my time now. Honestly, fair. The Ronco Labs probably just take up most of your time anyways. Oh, no, not that. No. Oh, the shield doesn't actually... Light doesn't do anything to you. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Pop. Nice and easy. But you are a very busy cat, Jason, so I can't really fault you for that. People just want a little bit of your goods. That's all. People pay for the goods, you give the goods, and everyone... Whoops. Everyone gets paw pads. It works out well. Or at least they get pictures of Max and Pelor, so... that also works. Also, one thing I was meaning to do, because I haven't gotten to do it myself in a while. Is that not it? There we go. Got it. I might need to customize that for myself one of these days, but I've at least got the classic meme. Oh, it's Big Po. Hello, sir. Yeah, can I get, a cheese? Sometimes. Really? Sir? I'm not sure why that missed, but I'm gonna assume I need the pillar then. Hook! There we go, that did it. Oh, come on. There we go. There goes two more. Come on, hit him. There we go. Much better. Ronco's working on secret projects. Ronco does have a lot of secrets behind those doors. We never know what he's planning for that Halloween night. Ow. Are they shockingly round? I mean, that's technically Plusagi, but I believe Jason does at least work on some subsidiary projects for the Plusagi Industries as well. Yeah, I'd say that's fair, Shin. Let's see. Hook! I need the pillars. Okay, good to know. Oops. It's probably some sort of backrooms portal. Probably, but there's nothing wrong with that. Jason also does make a hell of a potion. Whoops. Did you really just reset after one? That's rude. I'm guessing new pattern, though? Oh, yeah, new pattern. Okay. There we go. From what I recall, Jason is working on a fairly juicy project right now, at the very least, so I would recommend going to watch him when he is live, if only because he's going to have a lot of juicy content, at the very least. Nope. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Damn it. Ambitious. Yeah, exactly. Jason's trying to make sure that he gets the most out of this project, and it works out pretty well. I think a lot of us are looking forward to see a grocery store clerk Dewey. Damn it. A lot of Jason's stuff is juicy? Technically true, yeah. Because he's got the potions, he's got all the Dewey memes. There's a lot to go through. He's also got those juicy, juicy cat pictures that Kin is always after. There we go. And considering the skills Jason has, it'll be marvelous. Exactly, exactly. Because Jason really can't do no wrong in the first place. Oh. Can I get that? Hello, sir. Gonna have to ask it. Oh. Okay, that's what we're doing. There we go. There you go. Shine a light on that taint and get this ghosty out of here. Hook! Pop. One more. Let's see. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. Alright, I hereby knight the cat boy as Jason Wright. I'm not sure if Jason would do very well as a knight, considering he's just a cat mage in the first place, but I guess he could do worse for a night. At the very least, he'll be positively excited for the job, right? Jason left. I mean, sometimes you just gotta go Jason left to make sure you're getting your Jason right. Oh, hello. I need my leaf, don't I? Well, I should go back to the labs. No worries there, Jason. Kind of figured that you've got a lot on the plate right now, so as long as you can get stuff done, that's what matters the most. But best of luck. Wop. Wrong way. That's not what I want. Let's see here. Do I have to go this way? And thank you for the hydrate, Jason. I'll do it as soon as I figure out how this wind mechanic works. Oh, and an anvil too. Okay. Okay, people haven't used the duck in a while, so I had to make sure it was actually the duck command. Because it pops up in the regular throw command too, which is not something I can disable, unfortunately. But I might just see if I can disable the custom items for now. Whop. Sir, that's not how you worked before. Damn it. Okay. Also, what is this nut for? I guess just for stuff. Okay. So, step 1. Blow. There we go. Perfection. Let's see. So it works sometimes, but it doesn't like working all of the time. Because that's not how that works, game. If I'm blowing from this side... There you go. Not that hard. Well, you know a thing or two about them nuts. Pop. Not a bad thing, Holger. It's a good thing for around Christmas time, admittedly. Just because people don't necessarily pay attention to the nuts they need to help feel... or help deal with their family. Crap. That's a miss. Okay. Because I know people like their walnuts, but maybe once in a while you just grab some pecans instead. It works out relatively well. Sometimes you just want a specific nut around the holiday. And that's what matters the most, right? Just pleasing the family with a nice quality nut. Also, game, can you, like, choose when you want to do this properly? Because that's on the left side, and you're sending me back to the start. Okay, why are you doing that? Stop it. I'm more of a peanut enjoyer, but hazelnuts are also great. Hazelnuts apparently go well in chocolate as well, as Nutella has tried to sell to everyone and their grandmother. That's not how that works, guy. Okay, can I just keep doing that? No, I cannot. What do you want from me, Mr. Leaf? I'm literally doing the same thing over and over again, but you just don't want that to work properly. Nutella's good, but Kinder Bueno is where it's at. I guess Kinder Bueno does have the hazelnut filling, doesn't it? You know, I honestly forgot about that from time to time. Mainly because we have Kinder Eggs up here, which more people tend to go for over Kinder Bueno, but I think the people who enjoy Kinder Bueno are not necessarily going to fault it. Is there another one I'm supposed to be blowing for this? Because this is getting annoying. How? Okay. It is bueno, I dare say. That is kind of the idea of it, isn't it? Also, bueno is Spanish for good, right? I don't think it's Portuguese, but I think it's just one of the surrounding languages around that. Can I just do this? Okay, that's better. Don't know why that wasn't working before. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. I at least know what I'm doing with this now. So, we blow you. Then we defy the laws of physics. And then we defy the laws of physics even more. Whop. Oh. Damn it. Okay. I hope we just don't lose health to fall damage too much. Because that's admittedly a little bit embarrassing for Link. Like, come on, dude. You face demons and Eldritch Lords. I think you can handle just falling into a pit. I mean, in Portuguese, Italian, and Spanish, I've seen some words that are exactly the same. Yeah. If I recall correctly, at the very least, most of the languages do kind of just correlate with each other a good bit, so you usually get some crossovers between the languages in the first place. There we go. Now we just wait for that to come here. We wait for this to be up. There we go. We'll take it. Whop. Is that as far as I can go? I think it's better to just soar over to this one. Stop! God damn it. Link, my boy. Gotta do better. Thank you. I guess I just need to figure out what I need to do to stop rolling. Because that's getting a wee bit annoying. I guess I'd jump attack, couldn't I? Near the end of my jump. Yoink. Come on, Link. Dilate those pupils. We got some stuff to blow. Oops. Fuck. Okay. That's what I get for not waiting for it to be down. Although in Italian, the word cosa means what, and in Spanish it means thing. Oh, that must get annoying. Whop. Because I can imagine just in various languages, when you're trying to speak them, but you just confuse them with each other, you have someone who's just in Spain, but they're used to Italian, so they know where to put casa in Italian, but then Spanish comes around and says like, hey, by the way, no. What you said is incorrect, sir. I must bring up dictionary to solve your problem. There we go. Just wait for that to come on down to Flavor Town. Because I'm trying to imagine, like, a good way you could phrase it, but it's along the lines of saying, what if you have to somehow translate what is that thing in one of the languages? Then you have Cosa del, I'm pretty sure. Or del is Spanish, I'm pretty sure. But I'd imagine Cosa del something is kind of important. Alright, need to pass out, Solace? All good. Enjoy your rest. We'll talk with you later. Possibly tomorrow. There we go. Let's see. Go over to you. What do we got here? Oh, we just need to float. Okay, well, if we just need to float, I'm gonna be a smart boy and take out you, if I can. Really? That didn't hit. There we go. I know you can at least snipe these guys, but it's a little bit tricky. Just with all the movement and such. Come on. That was a little bit above, so here. There we go. Much better. Alright, so put that away. Then soar like an eagle. Well, that one dropped a golden feather, too. I'm not going to get that in time, am I? Nope. That's a shame. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, sounds good, Holger. We'll see you in a bit. We're just going to keep running into this boss. Pop. Which, this is the Forest Temple boss? Which is the boomerang requirement, yeah. Let's see. How much can I get away with? There we go. Is that all of them? Almost. Ah. There we go. Those are the last two. We'll take it. Crap. Well, that's fine. Apparently Link is into 4, if anything on DeviantArt says right. Camera, please. Ow. I'm just gonna run from that. This is a bit better. Oh, that's not better. Link, turn around. Get rid of all those. I would love to get a 1-for-all, but I'm not gonna get that super easily. Oh, you're not done yet. Really? Oh, there's some. Okay. Physics be damned. Ow. Get out of the wiggly tentacles, Link. There we go. Not quite. Just one. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's still not all of them. Are they regrowing? Ah, they're regrowing. That's what's making this harder. Whop. Don't know what happened there, but sure. Can I? Ow. Get out of that. Link. Move, my boy. Also, I don't recall them ever regrowing, so that's not a good sign. Also, that makes me think I should put this on R, just so that way I can actually use the right stick to aim. I've just been using motion controls this whole time and making it infinitely harder on myself. Whop. No. There we go. That gets rid of a few. Get rid of those. There we go. Cool. Plant was the easiest one. Later, Mr. Plant. I think we got one more? Yeah, we have to deal with the crab. Which means I need the hook shot available. I'm pretty sure only the hook shot. That's really the only item you're supposed to have up to that point. Hello. Cool. That makes things nice and easy. Stop. Alright, let's see here. Oh, this looks fun. Looks like you do have all of your items here, though. So you're not limited to just the hookshot. That's not a good sound. Look. Okay. Do I have to wait for that little lava thing to shoot up to let go? Don't necessarily like the wizard sound, though. No? Okay. Need to jump earlier than that. This is going to be a wee bit of trial and error until I figure this out. That's fine. So, definitely not the end of your jump. That works. Here. There we go. Jumping into dinner and some gamage. Have a good rest of the stream. Alright, sounds good, Shin. Whoops. Best of luck with your footage and best of luck with your gamage. I'm just gonna be here trying to figure out what I need to do about all this. Oh yeah, there's water pots over there too. I probably should be doing something with that, shouldn't I? There we go. One solved. Oh, come on. I guess I should wait until I'm going backwards for that one. Just so that way I can sneak in on there. Let's see. Here. Go for you. Then we go at here. Cool, that works. Gyro controls, please listen to me. I know the Wii U pad's not that old. Nope. Still isn't going back yet. That's a shame. Alright, let's see here. So. Oops. Link hooker number 1, active. Let's see if you can hit that panel. And we don't have to worry about that mage. Oh, wow, I just got that one. Okay. Link hooker number 2. No. I either just need to wait a very long time for that, or I need to just do the half jump immediately. Half jump immediately might make more sense, I just need to actually pay attention. Bop. Whoops, too early. That's the problem I'm thinking of with the other one. If I do it too early, I just land in the lava anyways. Let's see here. Hook 1. Here? Two. Come on. And... whoops. Right, need to do this a little bit. There we go. I need to go even higher? Wonder if it's better if I can just climb on top of this and just float over, and then I'm thinking on it. No. Okay, that is not what they want you to do. Also, my platform is gone. When did that happen? Okay. So, are the water pots actually important for something? Instead of the hooks, do I instead need to float this piece over? Oh, come on, dude. Link, you're not supposed to be swimming in the Gatorade. It's fine. Let's see. Okay, so I can't do that. Now what about these ones? Do these also just disappear if I stand on them? Apparently not. Unless something just blasts them up at some... Oh. Okay, yeah, they do eventually. Jeez, that takes a while, though. Alright, so I'm gonna need to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Grammy soup. Healing magic, just in case I need the leaf. Let's see. So what do we got? We've got... hook shots. I'm pretty sure I can't hit that, but I've been wrong before. Alright, let's see. There. There. And then I guess I just need to find the right height to not bounce off the wall? But still have enough swing speed to get up there. That should be doable. Let's try it out. I think I need to go a little higher, though. Yeah, we've got the right angle, just definitely not the right height. Let's see. How high can you go here, Link? Doot. Can you get high enough for that? No. Alright, let's just climb on top of this and see what we can do from here. Let's see. So we've got two very angry skull boys there. We've got platforms that we can't walk along, but skulls on them. Makes me feel like we have to float over there, so... Fine. I think the ice bow can just take them out immediately. Whoops. There we go. Alright, let's see here. This just doesn't feel right, though. That's the problem. Oh well, that's work. We'll take it. Alright, let's see this wormy boy. We get all our items for this, too, which is weird, admittedly. A lot of the other bosses just kind of locked you out from stuff. Ow. Oh. Now we have our items back. Okay. There we go. Just gonna hook onto this ghost's blue tail. Good job, buddy. And... bonk. Enjoy the bonk, sir. There we go. One part. Oh. Right, I forgot that the lava comes out. Okay. What button do I have it on? Whop. Just gonna yank on this again. Hello, sir. Don't mind me. Bonk. There we go. Phase 2. Gives us some time to get these. Then I don't even need to really wait for it this time. There we go. Give a good old yank. And... bonk. And off comes the armor. There we go. Now he's ugly. Can he hit me up here? Something I've never actually tried. Oh. There we go. That's not good. Hello. Oh. Why is the button I have that on? Try that again, Jude. Let's see here. Hello, sir. Cool. Centipetal's down. Later, buddy. And now we have, I think, Puppet Cannon. Or something. I'm not sure what exactly happens after this door comes up, but we're getting close to the big pig. Oh wow, it just crumbles. Okay, you know what? Fair. Admittedly, if we just kind of beat up 4 ghosts, it makes sense that a door would just kind of disappear in the first place. Womp. Let's see. Hello. Sorry, little mice buddies. Ooh, I'll take the heal, though. There we go. Now let's see what's waiting us, because I'm pretty sure I know what part it is. I'll know when it's the room. It's not this. Okay, I'm not quite at Puppet Cannon yet. This is going to be a respawn pad, so I'm guessing this is locked for the moment? Yeah, it's just locked for the moment. Alright, let's see what's in door number 1. It's a candle puzzle? I'm assuming this is just the king telling us to use a boomerang. You must remember well the appearance of this room. The shape of the floor, the number of the items hanging on the wall, such things are the keys to solving the riddles that lie ahead. Do not overlook anything. Oh. Crap, this is riddle-based. So 2, 4, 1, 3. Okay. What do you have to say? The sword hilts of my servants who look deep in the darkness shall be the guideposts that point to me. Oh, do I have to drop down there? Or is this just... Oh, this is probably just the puzzle to solve that next room. Alright, so 2, 4, 1, 3. Let's try it and see. Oops. Yep. Okay. 2, 4, 1, 3. Yeah. I can see the 4 crystals on the wall, my dude. So, boomerang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And that gives us a boat. Yeah, it does. Hello, King. Hey, buddy. Welcome to the show. There be a darkness portal. I see. So this is the portal through which Ganon was able to seep into the unsuspecting world above. Jude, we shall make use of this path that Ganon created for himself. If there's anything from the world above that you believe you need, then climb into the boat and enter the column of darkness. Do-do-do. I guess this is a good way to get soup. So let's go see Grandma about some soup. Oh, where is that? Oh, yeah, the Forsaken Fortress. That makes sense. How close is Forsaken Fortress to our house? It is not anywhere close. Okay. No. There we go. Let's go visit Grandma one last time before we inevitably save the world. Also, just having the soup is helpful, so... Nothing too wrong with just keeping some handy. Ow. Oh, Graham. I'm visiting home for some soup. I'm gonna need some soup for a pig I'm about to go deal with. Do you think you can make that work? I know not all soups are good for pork, but I know Grandma can do it. Doot. Let's see here. I'm assuming Graham's still in here. I know it's the end of the world and all, but I don't think she's been kidnapped from her home just yet. Hi, Gram. I would love some of your soup, please, and thank you. Yay, soup. Also, something that I've been kind of neglecting is that we've had this in our bottle for the longest time. Grandma can have some late. I'm just gonna grab another bit of soup. Oh, I can't get another bit of soup. Alright, we'll just keep our buddy along for the ride then. Dude, he can be our friend. We'll name him Jim. And things will work out nice and well for him. Alright, King, I got my soup. Let's go kick Ganon in the face, please, and thank you. Whop. Down, right, left, up. Alright, go back to Forsaken Fortress. Up. And I guess that means we'll be wrapping it up relatively soon, because I'm pretty sure the... Right, I can't sail out of this one. Whoops. There isn't a quick way to get to the Forsaken Fortress, unfortunately. You kinda need to just take the long route, no matter what you do. Oh well. There we go. Much better. Now we're in open ocean. Alright, compass. I don't have a compass on this page. Doot. Get going, buddy. We need to get to the Forsaken Fortress stats so we can deal with Ganon Dork. That'll give me some time to set up my Dark Knight recruitment things anyways. See if I can get lucky again. Doesn't look like it. That's fine. And it's too bad they don't give you a warp just directly to the Forsaken Fortress. It makes sense because it's the villain's hideout. It wouldn't make the most sense that just the gods of the planet are like, oh yeah, by the way, we're just going to make a quick warp for you to the evil man's lair that he could potentially use as well. There we go. I'll just take that. It's actually a good time to stretch too, because I'm realizing I haven't really stood up in a while. But to everyone else as well, if you do have a moment, make sure to maybe grab a drink for yourselves. And grab a stretch if you can. Don't want to be hurting yourself too much at the very least. Alright, yeah. I think that's enough neck crack. Alright, let's see here. Chair. Come back to Jude, please, and thank you. There we go. Alright, then. We're just about there. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, Forsaken Fortress. We've already taken you down a couple times now. Just let us in. Let us beat your master. And let's try and save the world. That should realistically take us an hour and a half. I can't see that taking too much longer than that. Oops. Do need to get the king in here, unfortunately, so there we go. And hey there again, Holger. There we go. Alright, king. Does that mean I can go this way? No, this is literally just a quick warp to go back to the overworld. Up. There we go. What's up? How's the journey coming along? Journey is coming along well so far. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Do I need to fight Ganon? In the Forsaken Fortress again? I'm assuming so. There's not really much to do here. So let's just go back there. We'll climb that tower again and see if I missed anything. Because it wouldn't spit us out to the dock of the Forsaken Fortress without giving us a half-decent reason for it. Whomp. Come on, Link, my boy. Also can just talk to him in case my memory just died on me there. The future is bleak if Ganon's absorbed Zelda's powers. You must return to Ganon's tower as soon as your errands are complete. You must rescue Zelda from Ganon's clutches at all costs. Oh. So not here? What did I do then? Do. Why am I so dense? It's because I'm a robot. Oh, well, we got soup at least. That's important. Alright, get out the boat. Maybe I swing my sword at the Ganon-looking door? There was context clues about that before, so... Hello. No. Okay. What about here? This is glowing. This is like a respawn pad most of the time. Where does this bring us back to? I'm pretty sure that just brings us back to the earlier portion, doesn't it? Yeah, that's not super helpful. So I need to come back to Ganon's tower specifically, but why? And what part of this am I missing? I could try smashing it with a hammer. Or bombing it. Yeah, it's just the 4 bosses. That's not a huge problem. We'll deal with little Nesbits again. Screw you. Still... Oh. Okay, buddy. Thanks for climbing on the walls and giving me a nice spook. Let's see if there's anything in here. There are 4 torches here, but I don't think that matters in this sense. Let's see what the boat says now that we're actually in here. Hello, King. There's something I learned from a man named Mark. There's nothing that can't be solved from explosions. Technically true, yeah. Explosions do help a good ton. I'm gonna point you that way. Hi. If you wish to return to the world above and climb aboard and enter the light. So I don't, so that's not helpful, ship. So, option 1. Weird. I'm not sure why it looks like it changed color, but... No, okay. What about the hammer? Also a no. Can't be the torches, because there's 6 of them in here, so that doesn't work with a 4-piece puzzle. Okay. There is also this pit in here. Does this do anything? No, it's a death plane. Okay. That puts us... Oh. Hi? This is Phantom Ganon? Hi? Ah, I need to... Ooh, you're gonna play tennis? Apparently we can get a little bit of tennis in. Okay. Hey, buddy. Let's see here. Oh, that's electric zappy balls. I'm not sure if I can reflect that. There we go. Well, there's one hit on Phantom Ganon, at least. Cool. We get his Ghost Sword. Not sure what to do with it, though. I guess we're just wandering. Okay, that brings us back to here. That has not opened the door. Okay, so if that's not a death plane, but that brings us to a Phantom Ganon. It's not confirmed to be dead yet. But his sword is still here after you do that. Why would hitting him once do that? Womp. Weird. It acts like a regular sword, but nothing super fancy about it. These don't seem to be numbered at all. You get just face directly, and there's no identifying pattern on the floor. That almost makes me think that that's... Okay. Not quite sure how that works, but I'll take it. Oh, wait. Out of curiosity. Ah. That's the purpose of the sword falling. It's to tell you where the door is that you need to go into. Okay, that makes more sense. That's smart. I like that. We'll take that. Screw you. Yeah, because it's not falling normally. It's purposely falling to look at specific doorways. So I'll take that. Hello. Doot, doot. And we're going this way. It's a neat trick. Oh. Well, that didn't work. Hello. No. Don't care about that shot very much, sir. Can I instead get the zappy one? There we go. There you go. Give me the zappy ball that I can hit, please. Up. There we go. And it falls that way. Okay. I'm wondering when we'll actually be able to finish this, though. Because this is a lot of rooms to go through for this. Ow. That didn't work well. Alright, Phantom Dork, let's see what you got. Oh, well, that's easy. Thank you. Ooh, there we go. There's the locked door. Cool. Just had to do it like 8 times. It's fine. Alright, Phantom Ganon. See what you got, buddy. Nope. Nope. Roll. And thump. Oh, okay. I guess he only needed one more hit. That works for me. I don't suppose this is light arrows, but I think those are in Wind Waker. Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm glad I at least got the arrow upgrade, so that way we can get up to 60. Cool. On we go. And now we've got very shiny arrows that we can use to pierce the heart of the zombies of the world. Also probably this wall. So let's see. Fire, ice, light. Oh, we're not done with Phantom Cannon. Fuck. You know what, that works. Get fucked, Phantom Ganon. And there we go. He's dispersed. And there's the sword. And... there we go. That's what you need to break that. Cool. That's actually a very smart way to design all that. Probably should have drank some of Grandma's soup. But we might get some heals here. Arrows, we'll take that. And some magic, we'll take that. Oh, there's some big boys here. Hello. Don't exactly need the arrows for you. There we go. Ooh. About to say, those have a decent chance of dropping health. Shoot. That's more magic. I'm maxed out on magic. Can I get some health, maybe? Oh, it's a nut. Hello, Mr. Nut. How's it going? Why am I bouncing off of his shoulders? Come on. Ow. Sir. Yeah, you deserve that. Please stop, sir. Ow. Sir, you're not Ryuken. Or you're not Ryu. You're not allowed to do that. There we go. Need to be really careful with those guys. Oh, come on. Really? We'll take that. That was unfortunate heart placement. Ah, there we go. There's some health. Oh. Also realized that I put my, Sprite buddy on one of my buttons, but I don't need him on any of the buttons right now. There we go. You're poked. There we go. There's another heart for the collection. And another one. Cool. And plenty of bombs and arrows and such. I'd say this is going relatively well coming up the staircase. And Link hasn't even tripped yet. Let's see here. There should be something up here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Up. Alright, there goes that. Aw, damn. Thought I'd be able to get that. Ow. Okay. I don't like being stuck in between two nuts, thank you. Damn it. Sir? Why are you a Fox player? Stop that. Ow. Okay, fine. Up. There goes the helmet. Sir? There we go. There we go. Oh, and he... The full armored guy died first? Okay, we'll take that, but... Not sure why the full armored guy died first. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Poke you. I will take that last bit of health, because now we've got the mini-boss. I don't think we need light arrows for off the top, but it would help. Yeah, this is the boss I was thinking of. Okay. Here's the proper mid-boss of Ganon's Tower. Now. Come on, Link. Waddle your way in. Be the true penguin that you are. Anyways, hi Zelda. You enjoying your nap? Shouldn't nap with eyeshadow on, though. It just screams like a bad idea. Do you sleep still? Wait. Do not be so hasty, boy. Link be like, maiden? I can see this girl's dreams. Oceans. Oceans. Oceans, oceans. Oceans as far as the eye can see. There are vast seas, none can swim across them. They yield no fish to catch. What did the King of Hyrule say? That the gods sealed Hyrule away? And they left behind the people who would one day awaken Hyrule. How ridiculous. So many pathetic creatures scattered across a handful of islands, drifting on the sea like the fallen leaves of a forgotten pool. What can they possibly hope to achieve? I can't do a deep, grovelly voice. I need to smoke more. Don't you see, all of you? Your gods destroyed you. Dun dun dun. I've been waiting for you, boy. For one like you, yes, for the hero. Do not betray my expectations. That's not creepy at all. Why not add a little bit of body horror to your GameCube game? Lovely. So yeah, Puppet Ganon. If you have a mild inflation fetish, here's your chance. Or I guess specifically, like, balloon inflation. I don't know why they textured this like you did. Alright, how cheeky can I get? Not too cheeky, apparently. Damn it. Nope. Come on. I can get that. Well, there goes that string. Oh, come on. I know I can hit that. Alright, fine. We'll do it the normal way. Pretty sure I need to do the bow for this. I could be wrong. Oh, that was the perfect opportunity to actually do something too. Crap. Nope. Come on, I can hit the tail. It's not that bad. Nope. That's the butt. Nope. Come on. Nope, that's the body. Hey, there we go, got it. Damn it. Get over there. Let's see. Do I need light for this? Can I really just not hit that? There we go. That helped out a little bit. There we go. Also, just to explain the bats, they're basically just here as ammo refill. It's just so that the fight is a little bit fair. As well as just giving you something to defeat while you're fighting him. So, fair. Does the boomerang help here at all? It does, apparently. Okay. Nope. There we go. Cut that off, at least. Whop. There goes the tail. There we go. There goes the most of it. Oh god, where is it? Bop. I hate bosses where there's small enemies around. It's so obnoxious. I mean, that's fair, but it is also how you kind of balance this fight a little bit. Also, I guess he does regenerate his strings over time. Whop. Hey, there we go. Good job, buddy. Keep doing it. Keep spinning. My boomerang will hit that string eventually. There we go. That works. Oh, that's bad. Turn around. Bob. There we go. Come on, bat. There we go. Thankfully, it's not that hard. Like, hitting it with the... Oh. Hitting it with the bow is definitely a lot easier. Whop. Just chuck it. See what you break. Oh, really? I gotta hit the... What do I gotta hit first, then? Ah, the arm. Okay, that works. There goes that, and there goes all of it. Oh, come on. There we go. Goodbye, Puppet Cannon. Not a hard fight, but you'll notice that when you watch speedruns of the game, they don't do like most of the crap that I just did there. Usually speaking, what you need to do, and this is where it sucks to screw up your run, they have to trick shot the tail with the light arrows without cutting any of those ropes down. That's the problem with this fight, especially when you're in the speedrun. Just because it gets monstrously silly. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, I just need to leave then. Come on. Go over here. Oh, right. Gotta do that. There we go. There's now Fall Guys emotes. Apparently there is, yeah. They probably got some kind of a partnership with Twitch just to advertise the game a little bit more. Which, honestly, good on them. The guys have put a good amount of work into the game, so... they kind of do deserve it. Screw you. Screw you. Oh, crap. I'm not getting that one. Bop. Go over here. Pop. Bye-bye, puppet. Spider Ganon. Fall Guys is a game I definitely didn't get the most out of, to be completely honest with you. Like, it's an alright experience, but it gets kind of boring trying to win time after time after time. Oh. Ow. She has just run over me like a train. Okay. Was he just hitting against the wall? Oh. Ow. Let's see here. There we go. There's a hit on that. There we go. Probably should do this sooner rather than later. Oh, come on, that hit it. That one, not so much, I'll be honest. Oh, Jesus. Hi, sir. Nope. Damn it. Come on, get off. Let's see here. So... Oh, he can still get up on that platform. Okay, that answers the question then. Oh, I don't have magic. Crap. I guess charging it also kind of counts towards that, so... I need you guys to drop me some magic, please, and thank you. There we go. One more. Oh, give me that. Thank you. There we go. These games are at least nice in that respect, at least. Just so that way, if you're running a little bit low on any resource, it'll at least give you what you need. Ow. Okay, thanks for coming right at me that time. And that time. Oh, come on. I'm hitting that. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, I can stun him by hitting him in the face? Hmm. Nope, too early. Also too early. There we go. A little bit more. You guys feeling like giving me magic? Nice. Of course on the fastest phase I hit it first try. Okay. Bye-bye, Puppet Ganon. Thank you for the fun fight. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Later, buddy. And now we're excessively tired. Yes, surely you are the hero of time reborn. Hi, Ganon. Or Ganondorf, rather. Your time has come. Come now, stand before me. Goodbye, wizard. I guess Ganon went to Hogwarts at the very least. Before he got sent to this dimension, he at least got the chance to go to Hogwarts. So, up. We got a very long rope to climb, which reminds you a lot about Metal Gear Solid, and I'm thinking on it, but let's see. Gives me a chance to press my Arknights button, because this does honestly take a minute to get up. Let's see. It's not quite as infamous as the Metal Gear Solid one, though, because I think that ladder you do actively have to climb for a good 5 minutes or so. There we go. Alright, now to get upstairs. I gotta remember how. Oh, wait. Hook shot. Yeah, the ladder I think is a good part for Metal Gear Solid, though. Because, like, in terms of designing for what you need in that game, having just that little calm area is honestly a little bit better for you. Because you do have to go through a lot of heavy crap in that series. So just having one area where you're just climbing a ladder, I think while listening to Otacon on the phone, I think is relatively good. Gave me that. I need health more than magic right now. Yeah, we'll take that. Pop. Cool. Alright, let's see here. Not that. Then... There we go. Just a little bit too far. Pop. I also like the lack of music here. I'll be honest with you, it is nice having like a super hype boss theme for your end boss, but I think it's just a good touch when nothing is happening, because it just adds on to the weight of what you need to do for this. Like, yeah, you're just saving the world, no biggie. There we go. Oh, and I got fairy from that too. Okay. Probably should keep another fairy for this, in all honesty. Also, I believe the speedrun needs to do the zombie hover for this. If only because you don't grab the grappling hook, if I recall correctly. So you can't... Oh, no, the hook shot. It doesn't grab the hook shot. So you don't have what you need to actually get up here. So you need to figure out the zombie hover instead. There we go. Alright then, what do I need to fight Ganondorf? Well, thematically, I should have my telescope, my sword, and my shield. Hello, Ganondorf. How's it going, buddy? My country lay within a vast desert. When the sun rose into the sky, a burning wind pushed my lands, searing the world, and when the moon climbed into the dark of night, a frigid gale pierced our homes. No matter when it came, the wind carried the same thing: death. But the winds that blew across the green fields of Hyrule brought forth something other than the suffering and ruin that I had. I coveted that wind, I suppose. Also, yeah, admittedly, Link's just confused as to why Ganondorf is exposition dumping his life right now. Like, bro, this is our final battle. I don't need your Tinder info at the moment, please and thank you. It can only be called fate, that here I would again gather the three with the crests. That I should lay my hand on that which grants the wishes of the beholder. That when power, wisdom, and courage come together, the gods would have no choice but to come down. The power of the gods, the Triforce, he who touches it will have whatever desires he granted, or whatever he desires granted. Already the crest of wisdom is mine. All that remains is my crest of courage, which you're not getting, dickhead. Hopefully. I hope I can one-try this at least. Bop, bop. And there goes the Master Sword. Almost killing Zelda in the process. That could have sucked. And he does have the power. Do not fear. I will not kill you. I merely have need for the power that dwells within you. Now, let us put an end to that which binds us together. You tried, buddy. You tried. But Ganondorf was like 5 times your height, so... wasn't going to work out very well for you. But here we go. We get the 3 spicy Doritos. Now all we need is some Gatorade, and we're good. And there's our cheese pizza. With none middle. Gods, hear that which I desire. Expose this land to the rays of the sun once more. Let them burn forth. Crap. Do I have a voice for him? No. Give Hyrule to me. Oh no, it is still Ganondorf talking. He who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. That is what you said, no? That is what you said, is it not, Ganondorf? Angry Grandpa here to save the day, telling him to get the kids off the lawn. Gods of the Oh, wait. I can do wait. Hear that which I desire. Hope. I desire hope for these children. Give them a future. Wash away this ancient land of Hyrule. Let a ray of hope shine on the future of this world. Get fucked, nerd. I do love that he just walks up and it's like, yeah, this is mine now. Link straight up sleeping. Admittedly, Ganondorf did kick his shit in, so it makes sense. And let our destinies finally be fulfilled. Ganondorf, may you drown with Hyrule. Well, there you go, Ganondorf. You got outplayed by an old man who was turned into a ship. And here come the waterworks. Also, don't want to interrupt this laugh too much. It is good. This is foolishness. A future for you? What are you laughing at? Oh. Do I have yellow? No, I don't think I have a yellow anymore. I used to. Not anymore, though. Hi, Zelda. Jude, I'm sorry. I overslept. Yeah, that's fine, Zelda. You're kind of in the middle of something. I think it's time for us to say goodbye to this place. Yeah, we gotta return to the world above. Back to the ocean. Yeah. Very well, then. Allow me to show you... Swing. Your future. Yes, allow me to show you just what hope you have. See how much your precious Triforce is worth. Alright, final boss time. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I'll use this bow to cover you. Attack him as best you can. Ow. Oh. Ow. Pop. Ow. That didn't work. Oh. That's rude. Ow. You can just block everything you can do, huh? Okay, that works. Ow. That works. Whoops. Oh god, I'm about to die. Yep. There's the fairy use, at least. Ow. Whoops. Ow. Ow. That works. She finally got a goddamn shot in. Bap. Alright. Oh, she stole my bow. God damn it. Ow. Oh, come on. Ow. Nope. Pop. There we go. You can only get 3 out at once, huh? That's fine. Hey, Zelda. Time to get back up, please and thank you. Okay. Oh, he's blocking that now. Come on, Zelda, shoot at me. Ow. No, he's just blocking all those now. What? Ow! Oh god. Soup? Sorry, soup break. Hello, sir. So do I have to actively stand in the way? Pop. Okay. Jude, you have to distract him? Are you ready? I'll aim for you and use your shield. Do you get it? Yep. Ah, fuck. Pop. Hey. Oh, it is just one final finishing blow from that. Okay. I thought there was a lot more to that than that part. Okay. It has been a while since I've done Wind Waker, apparently. Cool. The wind. It is blowing. There we go. End of Ganondorf. He's at least sealed, and we're in pain. Jude. Hello, King. My children, listen to me. I have lived regretting the past, and I have faced those regrets. If only I could do things over again. Not a day in my life has gone without my thoughts turning to the kingdom of old. I have lived bound to Hyrule. In that sense, I was the same as Ganondorf. But you... I want you to live for the future. There may be nothing left for you, but despite that, you must look forward and walk a path of hope, trusting that it will sustain you when darkness comes. Farewell. This is the only world that your ancestors were able to leave you. Please, forgive us. Oh, wait. You could come with us, right? Yes, of course, we have a ship. We can find it. We will find it. The land that will be the next Hyrule. So... but child, that land will not be Hyrule. It will be your land. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, nice, we got bubble shields. Alright, later, Zelda. Enjoy the trip up. And sorry, King. We couldn't get a bubble shield for you. Sonic didn't have enough inventory. Also, the hair is apparently clipping out of the bubble. Oh. That's actually kind of touching. Like, you want the king to come with you, right? You want the king to come with. I have scattered the seeds of the future. That all I got? I guess so, the gamepad kind of just flickered. There we go, she got her tan back. I guess that's what happened when you're drifting at sea for days. Welcome back, Tetra. Oh, hey there, little bird boy. How's it going? Oh, wow, you can notice the delay on that, actually. Oh, is Beetle here, too? Oh, no, it's just the pirates. Okay. Hey, guys. How's it going? I brought your princess back. Can you, like, fish us out of the water, though? I don't like having that much water in my boots. Hey, sister's there, too. I guess she's just been chilling with the pirates this entire time. Honestly, that's fine. Good work, boys. Yeah, but can you, like, fish us out of the water, please? We're gonna get athlete's foot at this rate. Please? Yeah, there we go. Wind Waker done. Which is not... I honestly thought it would take us a little bit longer than that, but I guess 7 streams of it isn't too bad. Technically 6. But I'd imagine if we went for like 100%, this would take us probably a couple of months. That's about all I can say about that. Also, I shouldn't be able to type in there. But that's pretty good. Months? Yeah. Wind Waker 100%ing is very hard. And if you're not like optimized and actually doing it, then considering we only do 4 hours a week, yes, it would take us months. If I was playing it constantly for every stream that we had, it would probably only take us like a month with how good I am at the game. But there's a lot you need to do to actually 100% this game. You need to collect so many pieces of heart in this one that are just tied to so many random mini-games. And there's just a whole crapload of treasure to find that you need to have all the treasure marks ticked off on. That's why I don't... Actually, is there a 100% run of this? Let's check speedrun. Speedrun.com. Wind Waker. I guess we may as well check HD. Let's see. Any percent all dungeons, 100%. Okay, no, maybe not. 100% apparently only takes about 4 hours for speedrunners to do. But I'm assuming that includes glitches to some extent. Because if I recall correctly, there are some points in Wind Waker that are basically item trigger flags, where if you hit a certain point, it'll just give you a bunch of items anyways. But then you have to worry about a bunch of side quests, don't you? What are the rules of that? So for 100% runs, you need to do all hearts, all items, all songs, all equipment upgrades, the hurricane spin, double magic meter, all treasure charts, and the hero's charm. Okay, so yeah, it takes a while. Unrestricted times under 6 hours must provide video proof. No MSS times under 6:30 must provide video proof. And manual super swimming isn't allowed. Okay. Yeah, if manual super swimming is allowed, then I'd imagine you can get a lot done. And then once Ganondorf is defeated, the game must be able to progress to the end screen. Okay. So the 100% run seems interesting. I might have to look at the actual playthrough of that, just to see how they get it done in like 4 or 5 hours. ABT. Oh, all bosses in Triforce. Okay. That's an interesting category. I know with Wind Waker, it's honestly a good game to watch for speedrunning, just because the any percent speedrun tends to be interesting to watch. Because the any percent speedrun only takes like an hour, but that requires you to have your knowledge about getting the manual super swim down and knowing how to get past the barrier skip. So that's why it's so short, because you're missing 2 very, very key triggers that they tried to program into the game very well, but people were finally able to crack both of them. I know in the GameCube version, the barrier skip was a little bit easier. It took them a while to figure it out in HD, from what I recall. Let's see. Timing begins when you select start in a blank file with no progress. Time ends when the Master Sword enters Ganon's head. The use of files made before timing begins is banned. Okay, makes sense. Then once Ganondorf has been defeated, the game must be able to progress to the end screen. Unrestricted times under 1:15 must provide video proof. No MSS times under 1:45. Okay. And then manual super swimming is allowed. Manual super swimming is important to Wind Waker, because I'm not sure if you would have seen it, but it's basically building up enough negative speed so that way Link can just swim across the oceans instead of having to worry about the ship. Because there's nothing wrong with the ship and how it works, but manual super swimming breaks the game wide open because there's no cap on negative speed. Because a lot of games don't necessarily put a cap on negative speed in the first place, which is kind of the benefit of it. But people are able to figure it out, and it works. So I can't fault it too much. Yeah, that's about right, I'd say. It's partly why I like following speedrun communities, just because, like, I don't have the skills to do these things. My hands just break. But it's nice seeing what you can do with it. I hate the sombrero. Doesn't quite go with the violin right now, but I think that works out decently well. Kinda need a hat for how hot it's been anyways. Let's see here. How long are the credits on this, actually? Now I'm thinking on it. If we're at executive producer, yeah, okay, we're done. I was just trying to fill the time in for the credits, to be honest with you, because not too much is really shown here. Nothing special, at least. You can't even pop these bubbles, which is annoying. There we go. Wind Waker, be done. At least for just playing the game. And there's our lovely 2 little dorks being themselves. Good job, guys. Now we got a little scene here. Alrighty, boys. How's the pirate ship faring? And we still have a boat in the shape of the king, but the spirit's no longer in it, so you can still technically play the game afterwards. But yeah, we just kind of join up with pirates. We're the hero of time. We can be with a pirate ship, right? Whoosh. Bye-bye, Link. Enjoy your sailing. Anchors away. Hold the tiller steady. As for our destination, the wind will guide us. We'll just go wherever. It's fine. There we go. Day is saved. Everyone is back to normal. Our sister now has a red dress instead of a blue one for some reason. And Link gets to go on an adventure with his new girlfriend. In his little sailing boat, which admittedly should capsize in the ocean. And there we go. At the end. I'd say that works out relatively well. And 20 minutes isn't really a lot of time to do anything. The game will save and make a file for a second quest. To keep current save data, select a new quest log you want to save. Sure. Bop. I might come back to it at some point, but I don't think second quest for Wind Waker does anything, I want to say. Worth checking, though. Does second quest do anything for Wind Waker? Wind Waker second quest? What does this do for Wind Waker? Let's see... No, Wind Waker. Second quest in Wind Waker can be unlocked after completing the game. During the second quest, Link wears his initial outfit for the entire game, while Aeril wears her late pirate outfit from the start. Link also starts with the deluxe picto box and all the figurines he had in the first quest, and considering we got none of them, that's probably a good sign. All spoken Hylian text will be translated as well. Also, the location of sunken treasure from treasure charts will be different, usually farther away from the islands that they were in the first quest. Okay, so nothing super specific, but you can at least get the Hylian dialogue that the King of Red Lion spoke at the beginning, and all of the Divine Beasts spoke. That'll just be translated into normal English, which is how the wiki guides at least have a hold of all that information, which is good. But I think that's about as much as we can do for the night, because 20 minutes isn't really a lot of time to start something new. And I don't really have any minor substitute games for that short of a time. That and my butt hurts, so why don't we just find someone to raid? Who's live at this late at night? Each. Let's see, Pigeon's live, Fia's live. Who else is going? I'd be tempted to raid Pigeon just because they're working on some sculptor art, but I always have hesitations raiding Pigeon, considering they're like a 200-member channel. Which is a little bit awkward. Let's see... We could go and see Khaleesi. They're a friend of a buddy by the name of Viper, which I don't think I've gotten a chance to really raid her. That should be fine. So, raid 1, raid 2, Khaleesi. I spell that right? Cool, I did. Alrighty then. So at least going forward from my side of things, tomorrow we will be doing Metroid, Super Metroid, as long as I can figure out where the fuck to go. Friday will be... Why is my memory so bad today? Friday will be No More Heroes 2, and then Saturday's Terraria. Okay, I remembered it. Only took a minute. Yeah, we've at least got stuff planned out, so we'll see what happens there. Want to thank, again, all of the extra subs, just so that way we can get some more people stuck in the freezer. And aside from that, that's all I got, so thanks for joining us in the cabin today, and hopefully have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye!